Hello there, welcome back to Sightless Gamer Hag. My name is Rachel. You alright? It's the end. It is the end, beautiful friends. The end of Disco Elysium. So, last week, what a shit show. Oh, it's a shit show. So many people died. The Ruby died. I don't even know how many of the Hardy boys have died. I got shot. It's just been utter nonsense. Glacier has legged it. All of the Cornell people have just it was chaos. It was utter chaos. Do you know what? I feel like for this end bit, I want to put him back in his original outfit. You know what I mean? I feel like that feels quite appropriate. So we are now on the end game. We are going to go and check out Glacier's room to see if there's any more clues. White satin shirt, intersolar dress shirt, white satin shirt. To see if there's any more clues. I'm hoping nobody's going to shoot me, to be honest, because this might be a mistake. But I feel like, oh my goodness. We firebombed someone in the face as well, which I don't know. I don't know whether that would be considered excessive force. I mean, under the circumstances, he was threatening to kill everybody. And there was a firefight. So, I mean, it might be okay. We shall see. What coat have I got on? I've got my patrol cloak on. I don't need my weapon anymore. At least I hope I don't need the weapon anymore. I don't need the gloves anymore. What other gloves do I do? Let's put some fancy ones on. Oh, I haven't got a tie. Shall we put this one on? I think Harry looks pretty good there. Okay, right. I feel a bit more appropriately dressed. Can we go into Kim's room? Let's go in Kim's room. So look, the door is open. You can walk right into Kim's room. Oh, nice. Oh, he's only got a little alarm set for 6:50. What have we got here? Medicinal. Oh yeah, Kim patch. We got shot. Luckily, had the armor on, so when we got shot in the chest, we were fine. But then, have we crashed? What's going on? But then we got shot in the hip, I think, in the thigh. So, Kim patched us off. We have been unconscious for 2 days. What is this thought? Ouch, that leg hurts. Maybe if you don't run, it'll be okay. Oh, okay. Okay, we're going to walk slowly. I'm in Glacier's room. I think we're all caught up. Look, she's left something on the table. So at this point, all I can think is that there is a sniper somewhere.
Next to the stack of bills, you see a note. A few lines jotted down in large, uneven handwriting, just as the writer was about to rush out the door. I'm sorry, I fucked everyone over. P.S. I didn't kill him. P.P.S. Gift upstairs.
Ooh.
Gift.
What could this gift be? Oh, it could be something nice, Kim.
Just don't walk into another radio trap, okay?
Oh yeah, we walked into a trap as well.
Relax. Not everyone is out to trap you.
She's looking.
It's hardly surprising.
Yeah, that's true. So Glacier is probably not who she is appearing to be. She said that she was oh, there's string everywhere. She was an industrial spy. However, a red thread made of nylon, it leads out the room onto the roof. Oh, interesting.
This window is pristine, at least on the inside. A red thread has been taped to the glass using adhesive tape. It trembles ever so slightly in the cold wind.
She...
ballistics. She's left a trajectory for us.
You've heard what happened, got shot angry, red thread shows trajectory. Let's do visual calculus.
Golden light
Yeah.
into the blue, glassy darkness of your mind. In it are two neon-lit shapes, a man and a woman on a single bed.
What position are they in?
Like the witness said, the man is kneeling, the woman is on her back. It's the night of March 4th and a shot has just been fired. The man looks directly at the woman. The shot's possible directions converge in his mouth.
Oof.
A ray cast from somewhere outside, entering his brain, ending him. The red thread bisecting the room shows the trajectory of the bullet.
Where does it come from?
Move outside. Location A prime. The glass fractures around the bullet hole. Shards face inwards like a corona behind the woman's back.
Okay, where do the threads lead?
Maybe if you extrapolate all possible points of origin first, the thread will make sense.
Well, yeah. So, inspect the figures.
The man does not know the bullet has entered his brain. He never will. Death comes faster than the realization.
I mean, that's probably a preferable way to die. Have a look at point A, the roof.
Ruby ruled this out vehemently. The shot would have been heard from downstairs, where no one heard. The likelihood of A prime has fallen drastically. You may be looking for a sniper.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I can't... I have a suspicion where they might be. Because obviously we are on the coast. There's a little inlet. I have a feeling there may be somewhere on one of the inlets that has a high point. But I couldn't tell you who it could be or what the reason behind it is.
The shot had to come from a greater distance, beyond A prime. Should we extrapolate to include every possible point of origin in Martinez?
Yeah.
According to your map of the district, this shot could have come from a wide angle of location, started with the northern edge of the abandoned borders, ending with an Isla Bay. Let's call them B prime.
Are you okay? You caught up? I had to move myself. Okay, everything's... All is chaos. All is chaos. So, more precisely...
B double prime for Land's End, and B triple prime for the Islet detected. There may be smaller points in between, but those are too fine to zoom in.
So, the boardwalk...
700 meters away. The likeliest of these B positions, 20% chance. A skilled sniper could have made the shot, provided he had a safe sniper's nest. Even with the light on inside, we're talking military training. At that distance, the perpetrator would have had to take wind direction into account.
Well, we were up on the boardwalk, and I don't remember, apart from the building that Ruby was in, I don't remember any building that would have been high enough to do it. And I think if it was there, we would have come across a sniper somewhere. So, point B, Land's End.
1.2 kilometers away. The least likely of these positions. Let's say 3%. A truly skilled sniper could have done it. Possibly from attempt. No. Too far-fetched.
Have a look at the islet.
1 kilometer away. An unlikely point of origin. Beyond the docks somewhere. On an islet in the Bay of Martinez, perhaps. There are islets there. Badly charted as they may be.
Potentially. I have a feeling that it is going to be in this body of water somewhere. We'll have to go and speak to the...
With a small miracle, 5% likely. There is an extremely narrow field of view from the bay to the window, between Rue de Saint-Ghislain 8B and 33A. The angle would have been extreme. Access to the islets is questionable, but it is a possibility.
Well, we don't know how good this sniper is, you know what I mean?
There's the thread the witness left. She did have a first-hand view of the event. Perhaps she found something in the outer reaches of her memory of it. You need to inspect it again.
Okay, I extrapolated all the points of origin. Now where does the thread lead?
It suggests the bullet came from the extreme upper quadrant of
So this one here.
from a point beyond the roof. B triple prime.
Yeah, so it must be an island, like one of the little.
Island in the bay.
Is she trying to tell us the shot
She
came from the
thinks
islet?
The perpetrator was standing on the remain tenant. It is where the threat seems to point.
He nods. How does she know how to
She
do
was there
this?
that night. She would have known precisely where the bullet hole was in the glass.
That's true.
It also looks like there may be more to her skill set than we know. The
Mm.
question is, should we trust her?
This is her way of saying she's
I find it
sorry.
hard to believe, but at this point, what difference does it make?
Absolutely none. I mean, we haven't. Kim. We don't have any other leads. Nothing. Everybody's dead. Everybody's dead. We're actually going to go downstairs and just see how many people are actually dead because we were unconscious during the firefight. You know what I mean? And also, that's true.
So it is.
We haven't been there.
For a second he seems tired.
You seem unenthusiastic.
Just haven't gotten a lot of sleep these past few days.
Oh, keeping my
He doesn't
sad
really
ass alive.
you benefit.
Okay. Yeah, maybe we need to go to the island. Should we rally him? Kim, let's go to the fucking island.
Okay. Fucking island.
Yes. Yes.
How do we get there? Joyce Messier had a sloop, but she's gone.
Oh yeah, that is a whole other thing that we've got involved with, which I don't know is going to affect anything or not. So basically, the Union has taken over the docks, and Joyce has let them for now. So we shall see. The nitpicker.
The village. Let's go.
Okay. We're gonna go back downstairs. I'm gonna go and see how many of the Hardy Boys survived. Hopefully some of them. You know what I mean? We're gonna walk there because we know. We're injured. We're injured. Oh, he's alive. Let's go and speak to the Mr. Cafeteria manager. See how he's doing.
Oh, you're right. It's good to see you back on your feet.
Oh, he's really nice
You
to
like
us.
your room? I cleaned it for you.
I did, thank you. Big improvement. I could have used more work. After all, I just took a bullet for the place. You did. I was too distracted. And let's be nice to Garth. Poor Garth.
You're welcome.
We've been a
I thought
menace.
It would be nice for you to wake up in a clean place after you, let's be fair, defended this establishment and its clientele from gunfire.
I was very brave. Harry was very brave. We threw ourselves into that
I give credit
firefight.
where credit is due, and that was a crazy move. Crazy effective. Petroleum bomb. Never seen anything like that.
Technically an alcohol bomb.
Until it struck him. Crawled inside then. Bullets started flying. Anyway,
He really wants you to realize that he was also on the balcony looking by, in the danger zone, so to say.
Danger zone.
I wish you a quick recovery. Also, you and your partner are staying here free.
Ah.
This establishment supports cops. The stay is free with the drinks on it.
Very sensible. Very sensible. Where did everyone go?
You know, people don't tend to stick around after shootouts. Turns out they're not good for business.
Ah, you'll be fine. It'll be fine. What happened to the man with the sunglasses?
I don't remember everyone who comes here.
Oh, I meant to go back and speak to him. Oh, well, never mind.
Inside lately. Must be a fad.
Okay, so you were right there on the balcony.
Yeah, I was. Yeah. That's because I'm a bad ass.
Yeah, you are.
Really took courage. Don't pick at him.
Yeah, you are.
Yeah, I don't know. Clients were panicking. And also, I guess I sort of found out that I don't give a shit if I die.
That is a very profound thing to find out about yourself.
That's it. It's not just boasting. It's something he discovered about himself. Stepping onto that balcony.
Good for you, Garth. Good for
No
you.
problem. They'll come back. They always do.
Good, good. Ah, I'm glad that we've reconciled a little bit because not been the best client, you know what I mean? Oh. Oh, well, Titus survived. Hello, I'm sorry.
The bruised man raises his bear in welcome.
Crazy motherfucker. Didn't think you had that fury in you. But I guess I've misjudged a lot of people lately.
To be fair, I have been under the influence of a lot of drugs and alcohol.
There I was, thinking, where are we gonna find a tin opener large enough for those
That would be
cans?
me.
Then Capo Loco shows up and just sets a man on fire.
Yeah, we have training, it's fine.
Impressive shit, Copper. None of us would be breathing right now if it wasn't for him. I guess
I would like,
what I'd say here is thank you.
I like to think that more of you might have
It's
survived.
as big of a thank you as Titus Harvey can muster under any circumstances.
What do we have? Shake it, no need to thank me, I'm just doing my job. Shake his hand and nod in silence. Look, I need to talk to you. Actually, I just say to say goodbye. I'm going to shake his hand.
Well, cheers anyway, Copper.
I'm sorry about the people you lost.
Theo was old. I think he'd be pretty happy with the way
Died in
he
battle.
Never could imagine him withering away on a sickbed. But Angus, he was just a
Aww.
stupid kid. Didn't realize the mess he'd gotten into. Trusted me. Still, balls on that kid. Went down fighting for someone else's shit like a fat, angry bear.
Here
Aww.
it comes. The last one is the worst one.
Oh, his friend died.
Only
Like, his
kills
best
you by
friend.
drinking copious amounts of 8% beer. An honest tactic and effective.
And Glenn was my friend. Best I've ever had. I love that crazy homo like my own brother. We're
Aww.
all fucked without him. But what do? This job is shit.
Oh, where's Shanky?
Dennis, that poor little rat is dead too. I always thought he'd run. But no, he stayed. Stupid, brave fella.
You
Oh.
don't like it. That only makes it worse.
Let's have a look. They were good people. I'm sorry it went like that. We're born into this world to die, it seems. Maybe there's redemption in that. At least it ends one day. This is getting dark. Let's talk about happy stuff. Yeah.
Well, yeah. Memento mori. Right.
What does that mean?
It means you might die tomorrow.
Hmm.
So live every day like it's your last. Ain't that right, fellas?
True that.
Absolutely. Today, I'm going to get drunk, eat good food, and bed a good-looking guy. Because tomorrow, a motor carriage might run me over.
Or you might die of a heart failure. Or syphilis.
Or an embolism.
Hey, fuck you for ruining a beautiful idea.
I mean, that's true. So what's going to happen to you guys now?
Guess I'll take a closer look at our union members. There's bound to be some ambitious fellows there who'd love nothing more than advancing social democracy by busting some heads.
Sounds like fun.
Might even ask Tibbs if he's tired of replacing Wenders, and maybe wants to have some fun with his brother. Anyway, don't you worry. As long as Titus Hardy's standing, there will be Hardy boys.
Do you know what happened to Glacier?
No, don't care. I'll be glad if I never see that fucking woman again.
She got everyone in a bit of a mess.
He's still bitter about her.
Okay. Let's go. Titus, after all we've been through, level with me. You really liked her, didn't you?
No.
Same here, man.
He shrugs. Uninterested.
We both liked her. Come on. Just a little bit. Any idea what I should do now?
Judging by the sight of you, I'd suggest crawling into bed with a bottle of whiskey in one hand and a big tit in the other.
I've got a crime to solve. Still got to solve this crime.
She's got a knack for making men forget about their worries. Biggest part of me there's in all revenge.
For some reason, referring to boobs as milkers is just... I shouldn't find it hilarious, but it just feels hilarious. You know what I mean?
Feminine
Thank you for your advice, Eugene, and you too, Alain. I do always appreciate a good use of the expression enablers.
Yeah, me too, Kim. Same wavelength.
Clark, you're all right in my book.
Okay, so long, fellows. Be good, so I don't have to come back here again.
Take care, coppers. You two look after yourselves now. Death passed on you today, but men don't get that lucky twice.
I feel like I've got lucky a few times. I'm hedging my bets.
And normal cough, I guess. Good luck in Chambro. Scars made the best tattoos, they say.
Thanks for getting involved, guys. Not a lot of cops would step into that line of fire, but you did.
The necktie made me do it.
And if you ever feel like the uniform is holding you back,
Aww.
I've got a few vacancies.
Maybe when I retire.
Make one hardy guy.
I mean, I might get fired for petrol bombing somebody.
Himself would make a good officer. That man was born to lead.
Ah, yeah, let's tell him.
Will, Capo. That's a promise. Now scoot. Mr. Hardy boys. Got some morning and drinking to do.
Okay.
Easy on the drink. The danger has not passed. This town needs you on your feet.
Good point, Beano Clark. We'll keep the vault under 12% tonight.
Very sensible. Very sensible. Oh, my friend is still here. Hello.
Hi again, Gendarme.
Let's try.
It's the sports. He's a sports guy.
Ah.
Physical prowess and athletic skill. Nothing else.
I had to try before I left. Something about this guy. Something about this guy. I think Harry's in my camp. You know what I mean? A little bit. What is this? Is this Cindy the Skull's artwork?
The graffito has been painted over the traces of the fight that took place here. It smells of blood and heavy fuel oil. This was Cindy the Skull.
Ah, looks like Cindy the Skull finally found the words for her
The
masterpiece.
lieutenant crouches, touching the fuel oil with his finger.
Let's set it on fire.
Looks like it. Yes. This is still fresh. It wasn't here yesterday.
Un jour je serai de retour près de...
And blood. Some of it is even yours.
Yeah, probably a fair bit. I got hit in the leg. You bleed a lot. God, my brain is trying to translate that and it can't do it. Hopefully there will be.
Isn't that flammable?
Step back, Lieutenant. Set graffito on fire.
Catches fire immediately.
Yes.
A bright orange flash across the surface of the letters. Black smoke rises from the burning message.
You've been policed, Martinez. God, I'm on my way. Say nothing, stare grimly into the... Let's take the cool option. Let's be cool, cop.
The lieutenant has taken a small step back.
I must
He
look
looks at your face illuminated
a lot.
by the flames and nods silently. Then the fire falters. The flames warm him too. Not at all in a bad way.
Let's go to that island.
Let's do it.
Slowly, the flames subside, the fuel burning out. The air still smells of mazout and springtime.
That's cool. Hopefully I'll get a translation. What is this? Like I said, my French is... There is something down there. Is there tunnels underneath? Okay. Take a map. Let's go to the shacks. Let's go... Speak to Lily. Hello.
Officer, what happened? You're limping. Why are you limping? You look terrible.
So, funny story. Everything went to shit and I set a man on fire.
She sounds almost disappointed with you.
And then I got shot.
For falling and hurting your
You seem angry. Why?
Look at you. You can barely walk.
That is true. I got shot in the foot. It was pretty badass. You would have liked it. Some people hurt me. It's nothing.
Doesn't look
I'm
like
gonna be cool.
Looks like you got banged up real good.
Yeah, but I'm alive and I'm
What
cool.
happened to you anyway? We heard gunshots from the town. They were closer than usual.
There was an exchange of fire on Rue de Saint-Goulet. It's nothing to be worried about.
You should see the other guys. They're all dead.
So you're a killer. That's good, I guess. I guess. Better than being dead.
I'm not a killer. I'm a cop.
Hi. I guess you are. I understand that's how it goes.
Well, unfortunately, I have a question for you.
Of course. Can I help you with something?
We need to get to that
That
island.
won't be a problem. It's wind still and the tar just dried. We've got 2 days of relative sunshine ahead.
Can we borrow your boat? 2 days of sunshine. I've got a bacterial infection. What's on that island? Oh. Nothing, just ruins. Used to be some kind of fortification there before the war. For the communards. An anti-aircraft gun. Oh, yeah, there will be a vantage point there, won't they? I think. Bombed it to bits in the landing. I haven't been there myself. Always stay clear of it.
Who has been there?
My husband used to drink there. Him and his drinking buddies. Always seemed like a bad place to drink to me. People died there during the landing, you know. My mother told me. Hundreds, maybe thousands even. The kids sometimes go there too. I know they do. On barges. I tell them not to, but they bring back old bullet casings and such.
Rich kids.
Twins.
Oh, cool.
God forbid they bring the girl along on some rickety barge.
Can we maybe ask your twins about that place before we go? Would that be alright?
That's a pretty good idea.
Be my guest. They have a strange way of talking. See if you can get anything useful out of them. I seldom do.
Let's...
Well, most of it's sunken. Underwater. That means concrete underwater. Cut your boat if you're not careful. Be sure to enter from the south side. Water's deep there.
Can we borrow your boat?
If you promise to bring it back, and no scraping the hull.
I'll
Just put it
try.
nice and yellow. And no drinking on the boat. And no joyriding either.
Do I look like a... I'm not even gonna finish that sentence.
It's only for a day or two. Officially speaking.
I'm gonna make him drive, so it'll be fine.
Aye.
Nod along
Crow's
attentively.
feet disappear from the corners of her eyes as she smiles at you.
I'm gonna be good. I'm a good boy.
Please be conservative with the fuel, will you? Just filled her up, but it's a small tank.
That's my motor carriage in the sea, by the way.
Oh. That's good to know, I guess. Why is it in the sea?
I wasn't feeling it. It was an accident. I'm sorry. I got drunk and apparently drove it into the sea. An official investigation has been launched by me to determine just that, ma'am. I don't know. Let's be honest.
This calls for a funeral, if you ask me.
You're suggesting we honour the carcass of my former motor carriage. No, that's senseless, man.
Aye. Feels deserved, don't you think? Falling in the line of duty like that and all?
I don't think they have funerals for motor carriages. What an odd thought. Maybe I should. I don't want a funeral. I hate death.
Why odd? Our things are a part of our life world. They're made with our human sweat and they share human history. We should care about them as we care about humans. To some extent, at least.
All right, I'm in. But organising a funeral takes a lot of time and effort, doesn't it?
Oh, yeah. You won't even be able to get it out of the water before early June. And where are you going to bury it? Who to invite? What music to play at the wake?
I don't know. What music did my car
Take
like?
it from someone who's been through a few funerals. It's easiest to just leave them there and let nature take care of it.
Hmm.
Right now. Come back here in June and see how you feel about it then. It's not like it's going anywhere.
It's a pity we don't get to do more frivolous side activities like rejuvenate the doomed commercial area or... Okay, let us focus on the things we can actually do, alright.
Absolutely. Things like what, for example?
I'll be seeing you. We're going to go solve a murder. That's what we're going to do because That's what we're here to do. But also, you know, that whole, of course, like if you're a cop, you don't have to be a killer cop. You know what I mean?
Little boy kicks a stone. He can't be more than 5 years old.
Okay.
The other one looks indistinguishable from him. He watches his brother kick the stone with his tongue lolling out of his mouth.
Okay, kids, you've been to that island, right? Oh my god, he sounds adorable. The one who's busy kicking his stone points to the bay. Yeah, that's the one. I need to know what's there.
Nothing. It's just a seaboard and some plants. You can take a raft there. It's great. And we make a fire. We make a fire.
Aw.
Gather the sticks for the fire and bullets. Or not real bullets, empty bullets.
And then what?
They were lights. The fire guy asked us to put the fire out.
Someone lives on the island.
Yes.
Oh, which is it?
Let's go with yes.
The lieutenant raises his eyebrows and whips out his notebook. Why is he the fire guy?
Because he asks to put the fire out.
And why does he ask you to put the fire out?
I don't know. He doesn't like it. He doesn't like people to be there. You shouldn't go.
Maybe he doesn't want other people to know he's there. The other one adds laconically, standing with his hands glued to his sides like a little tin soldier. You mentioned something about lights.
I don't know.
Aww.
You mean there are electrical lights?
Oh, I wonder if there's a generator there then, maybe? If that's all still...
Yes.
What can you tell me? Is there anything else you can tell me about this guy? Age? Does he live there?
He doesn't live there. I don't think.
I wonder if he's not there
Yes, he
sometimes.
lives there. Been there twice, 2 times. He doesn't live there. He isn't there sometimes.
I wonder.
Anything else? What does this guy look like?
I don't know.
How come?
We ran. He just yelled. We shouldn't be there.
Your father used to go
My
there.
father killed himself.
What?
Don't say that. He didn't.
The boy's eyes well up like he's about to start crying. How do you respond? Your father did not kill himself. He killed himself alright. You say nothing. I'm not going to say it.
I'm sorry.
The one who says to the other, rubbing his brother's shoulder affectionately. Aww. Is that all you know? Is there anything more you can tell me about the island?
There's
The boy rubbing his eyes. Clear that he has no intention of finishing the sentence.
Lights. Fire guy. We should check up on the dynamic.
Okay. Bye, kids. Take care. I know that there's other stuff, but like... I have to tell her about Ruby.
Our tenant, the policeman. I hope the waves don't keep you up at night.
Got shot.
Even I can see that. I told you not to bring your trouble with you, policeman.
I
We've
fixed
got
a
troubles of our
trouble.
own.
Right. Come on, lady.
Though I suppose you took the worst of it. Turns out you were your own ill omen.
This is no time for jokes. Can't you see I'm in pain? I guess you were right. The men with guns were coming for me after all.
I'm not sure those were the last of the men with guns either. There are always more coming for your kind, officer.
That is very true. Oh, I couldn't really speak to her about Ruby, could I? That's a bit sad. Right. Off into the breach. Let us see what this island and the fire guy has to has in store for us. But I'm all disco, so it's good. Let's go. I'm going to make Kim drive because I don't think. Because then if he scratches it, I can blame him.
A skiff with a small steering engine in the back floats on the calm mirror of the sea. Its 2 seats are empty. Once you get in, that's it.
We're doing it.
Start a handle, and you're off into the bay. A strange trepidation comes over you. Are you sure you want to go?
Yeah.
Have you made all the necessary preparations? Closed all your accounts?
What?
Remember what the net picker said. It's a small tank. You won't be going back and forth on this.
That's fine. You take the engine, Kim. I'll hold the boombox. Yeah. What? How else do we blast Sad FM on our way to the island? There you go.
Fine.
He's just like, whatever. I'm not even going to argue with you at this point. Let us go to the island. Oh my god. Majestic. Oh, we're going to have a little track. I wonder what we're going to find. I'm going to get hit. I keep getting hit by lots of copyright, but I don't really mind. It doesn't affect me anyway, so I'm like, meh. As long as they're not bothered, I'm not bothered. I wonder what we're going to find on this island then. So the boy said that there's a man there. So maybe this is our sniper. I wonder what his reasons for the shooting are. I wonder if this is about Glacier or who knows. I did notice that we're spotting more like underground stuff, so maybe he has been like creeping around and going underground and staying in places, and it's a bit unsettling. Been creeping and spying. There may be no reason at all. There's not always a reason with these things. Some people just do what they're doing. There's our church. A little rave place. I think I do want to come back to this game at some point. Probably, I don't know whether I will do a series on it again, but I think I do want to come back and play it a bit differently and make a few bolder choices and just chase down all the little side quests and interactions and all of that stuff, because I've been focused on solving the crime. I think on my next playthrough I'm gonna mess about a bit more. I think get some more Harry lore, find out a bit more about just the Elysium in general. Maybe find out a bit more about Kim. I like Kim. There's good people. Well, if he didn't know we were coming before, he knows now.
The boat comes to a slow stop. The lieutenant turns the engine off. Then there's silence. In the silence, a sputter of wings. A flock of quails takes off in the distance. There is very little wind here today. The ghost is standing still. You look at your arms, then the cliffs above you. Let's go.
Okay. We will. Before we go into this confrontation, let's determine where the shot came from. Right, okay. I have... What have I got here? Do you think it's worth putting something in? It's very interesting to see what like I haven't considered to be. Volition, inline empathy, authority, esprit de corps. Let's put one in there just because. I mean, why not? You know what I mean? Why not? What do we have here? A makeshift bridge. The bombs were powerful enough to break the foundation. Rusted train trails off into the ocean. Anything down there? No. What? Hang on. What was that thought then? These stairs feel ancient. Soldiers' feet ran up them a long time ago. I'm moving too fast. I shouldn't be running. What do we have here? Some fuel is leaked out the barrel, black and viscous. Attention, inflammable. Okay. That's interesting. Where do we go? Up here maybe? Yeah, go up there. What is this door? Stop.
The dry grass crackles under your feet as you stop. Far away, birds' wings touch the still surface of the sea.
What is that flutter?
The flock of quail departs, now more than 100 meters away. 102, 105.
Underneath the flutter?
There is almost no wind, just the light movement of air through the reeds. Bulrushes swaying on the waterline. Long dried leaves chafing against each other. The great ghost of the air is holding its breath.
We've got time.
A silent hiss. Sea air moving through the needles of a pine tree.
To the east?
The faraway roar of the city, distant like today's dream. Before it, the sound of sand. The low tide filtered through its grains. A bird tending to its feathers.
Ahead?
A low hum. The air slowly moves through a concrete box, through its ancient slits and cracks, resonating, hollow. A big building.
Beyond that?
Air flows out of a pillbox window. There is very little there. The air Cossacks flowers on a meadow. Absolute silence. Reeds motionless. Bulrushes motionless.
Below the silence.
A sound impatient to happen, but not yet in this world.
Oh.
Some kind of limb fidget, producing an imperceptible tick.
Yes?
It's pretty silent on this island. Have you noticed how quiet it is? It's really fucking silent on this island and we've just boomboxed.
I have. Is that why we're stopping?
I'm going to listen a little bit more.
Lieutenant nods in silence.
Okay. Let me just go back outside again because I want to see what that red thought was. Warm air from inside the building. It's warmer there than out here. Barrow says ICM. You see... Oh, this is a counter-revolutionary thing. What's that? No way to get up there. The stairs are gone. Right, okay. This is it. Yeah, it's a counter-revolutionary outpost. I wonder... Let's have a little look here. What have we got here? Oh, hang on. I didn't realise we were up on the platform. This was once an armament rest.
An old cylindrical
Oh,
generator
I wonder if we can
is
turn this
nestled
on.
above the ammo lift, with makeshift electrical wiring running out of its side and across the floor. The cables disappear into the wall to your right. The lieutenant puts his hand on the metal barrel, checking for warmth.
It's cold now, but someone has been maintaining it. The wiring has been repaired.
Okay, let's pour fuel in the tank.
Assists you, holding the canister up to the fuel
I mean, we might as well.
Dark brown, viscous fluid pours out, and the room fills with a chemical smell. There's a red starter switch on the side of the cylinder and a start rope on the other side. The lieutenant flicks the switch.
Pull the rope.
The recoil start wakes the old generator up. The machine sputters like an old walrus before settling down to a rattle.
Well, if you didn't know I was here before, where do the wires lead?
Somewhere?
Tap on the side.
Tank is far from full, but there should be enough inside to keep it going for a day.
Okay. Okay. Well, if you didn't know we were coming before, he does now. But books mostly fantastic and historical fiction. What we got here? Dishes stained with sauce and fire. Survivor's kitchen. Farm Arrower shirt. What have we got here? What is this? Moth-bitten bedsheet keeps the wind out. This is a sniper's post. See candles planted on broken rangefinder. We have found our sniper.
Books and magazines lie scattered on the floor and on the makeshift cupboard. They are not particularly well organized.
Let's have a little sift through them.
Most are soft serialized fantastique and detective stories from the 20s and 30s. This disparate digest includes the classic animal adventures, among what is mostly commercial fiction and serialized stories. You find a magazine cathodique for electrical engineering. Then it's back to pulp. Light erotica, an international thriller about circuit benders.
Someone's made themselves a home.
All things communist, conceptualizing Josiah Stout. Let's have another little look round and then have another little look. What's here?
There's a greasy old spring mattress in the corner, resting on piles of soft cover books. White linen and a pillow are visible under a worn-out caracol blanket.
Someone has been squatting here. The linen is fresh, recently washed.
How recently?
You force the rest of the sentence out through pain, thick as molasses, no longer able to hear yourself speak.
You know, officer, you can rest here if you are feeling tired. I will keep watch. You could use some rest for what's ahead.
Do you know what? Let's have a little rest just to see if it affects anything else.
The concrete wall. There's less light there in the dark corner. Like a dog, you lie there. You didn't realize how tired you were. Your body is still nowhere near healed.
Pull your legs under your
The
chin.
blanket feels cold. It's someone else's blanket, and the room is all concrete and cold. Sounds of the sea beyond grow distant. Slowly, your eyelids close.
Have a little snoozums.
Sleep is merciful this time, brother.
Yay.
Too deep. Lit by the continuous sound of the sea outside.
About time.
And a little something in there. A sensation. A bow drawn across a string. Something small and crustacean-like.
The limbic system deeply unsettles me.
No, relax, man. It's just the comfortable darkness. Interrupted by the pain from your body. A telegraph. Far away.
Far enough not to hurt for a while.
Nice.
And your mind healing too, weaving itself back into shape.
Yay.
Somehow you managed to dodge it all. The church, the window, and the bad book in the store. On the shelf. You made it. Across the Black Sea, unharmed.
What?
Nothing. Just threats that pass by. Outside in the world. Ill omens from another life. Not this one. You ignored them. Good. The sleep is nourishing. Take more.
Turn to the other side.
You do so many times until dim light starts peeking into the hood you're under. The rough caracol, more and more each second. Time to face it again. The wall. And you.
Not my most unsettling sleep that I've had, which is nice. Am I up? Are we up? Let's get up. What's this little thought?
Regular.
Oh.
Official. You've done it, Harry. Whatever else you are, you're also boring now.
Yay.
Easy. You spent most of your life trying to funk up every nook and cranny of your personality. When someone says something political, the first three thoughts in your head are a ludicrous hodgepodge of communism, fascism, and stock tips. When they ask you why you did something, it's superstardom, apocalypse, or the mea culpas of the flagellant cop monk. It's not easy reaching for the fourth option, the normal one. But you have. And now, you're not just crazy. You're also boring.
Yay. Oh, that's nice. That's nice. Strong grasp of reality, dull but solid, all learn encapsulate release. Okay. That's what I wanted for this run. We wanted Harry to, on the next one, superstardom.
Fantastic.
I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna try it.
Lectures. Not
Ah,
This is a digest of someone who's dead broad. Most of it is for entertainment purposes. Fitting right next to the radiola on the floor.
nothing.
Maybe it's a little old-fashioned. There's a nude mag. More than that, you can't say.
Ah, okay. Okay, it was worth a punt. Slowly, slowly catch your monkey. Is this the door out? What's this? What is this? I feel like I achieved what I came here to do. You know what I mean?
You see a small metal door nested inside a larger one. A heavy steel blast door. There is a conventional keyhole above the handle. It's very small.
What's on the other side?
Part of the island, probably. The lock looks like it could still be usable.
How do we open this?
Maybe this is one of the doors we don't open.
Kim. When have you ever known me to not open a door that was locked? What do I mean? I find us not opening highly unlikely.
I retract my statement. It was my hero. Let's look around and get it open.
Yeah. Like, let's have a look down here where those wires go. Oh, what is these? The hatch is jammed shut. What? Oh. Interesting. Down to a jetty. Okay. Interesting but not. What's this? Firing slit you can't see inside. Interesting. What is this thought? Water rushes below, far down below. Careful, these stairs have collapsed. Ah!
Green paint flicks off the monoblock aluminium cabinet. There are rows of switches on the front panel, a frequency band, and even a keyboard.
Run your fingers across the keyboard.
Keys rattle like teeth. This keyboard hasn't been functional in decades.
What is this then?
The console of an anti-computation device. The generator upstairs, with wires coming out. They terminate here.
And could this open the door?
I think, yes. Let's see. That one.
The blast door opens with a series of clicks. A shaft of light appears, then widens as the light shines in.
Ah, see. Got the door open. Always going to find a way. Kim. Or maybe this is one of those doors we don't. What? Leave a murderer sat outside? I don't think so. Come on now.
A sudden wave of anxiety makes your skin crawl.
After you.
What's there? Let's go and find out. Let's be bold. Even though, like, we've just been told that we're boring. We're going to be bold. You know what I mean? At least attempt to be bold. Oh, interesting. They're white flowers. Small white flowers blossom all around you. Oh, interesting. Who is this? Who are you, sir? Madam? Whatever. Oh, it's a sir.
Suit trousers leans on the frame stock of his rifle. He gathers a big ball of spit in his mouth.
That is not who I was expecting.
Then spits it out into the extinguished fire before him. He raises his black eyes, hooded by creased eyelids, to meet yours, unclouded by cataracts. His eyesight is sharp.
Who are you?
Not from spite. Hatred got the best of him a long time ago. This man hates everything.
Oh, he's going to be difficult, isn't he? Okay. Are you the fire guy?
What now? I can't hear you.
Did you recently tell two kids to put out their fire, two twins?
All sorts of little rats have come sniffing around, trying to give up the position. Fire guy. Regressive bourgeoisie henchman. Can't even talk like a grown-up.
Oh, you are hardcore communist. You've retained your eyesight.
Yes. Helps me see all the shit.
A shudder of disgust passes his right side. His left side remains motionless.
Did you close the blast door?
I did. And you opened it. How?
Use the generator?
I should have burned that console down.
And then how would you got in and out? You know what I mean? How did you know I was coming?
Reactionary rock and roll music. Playing on the water.
Yeah, that was
Told you we
us.
shouldn't play sad FM.
Well, you didn't say that, Kim. It was not rock and roll. It was sad FM. It was not reactionary. I'm like, it's sad FM.
Sad FM, huh? I always hated that station.
I think you hate everything.
Counter-revolutionary dirges. Sadness is a mental illness. A weapon of the bourgeoisie. The fascists were right about rock and roll. It is degenerate. Hip gyrating. Mental illness music.
Wow, you are very, very angry, my guy. Nice gun you've got there.
It's not nice. It's a piece of shit. But it gets the job done.
I'm not gonna. I'm just gonna.
It's a 3-Angong 46.
A samurai rifle. How did you get hold of one?
How does anyone get hold of anything,
It was
Kim?
sent to us by our brothers in the Sinyao commune. Military aid.
The Sinyao commune.
You heard me. It's good now. Like chalk. White from the ball.
Okay, we're gonna ask him to put it down. I think.
The lieutenant pulls his pistol from the holster.
You are a glorified night watcher.
Ooh.
This is a service rifle. I can only lay it down before an enemy commander of corresponding rank.
Let's check our authority. I am an enemy commander of rank. Put it down.
The
Ha
words
ha ha!
an enemy commander sound cold as iron from your lungs.
Technically.
The old man still hugs his gun.
And what rank would that be? Dog.
Lieutenant Double Yafreta.
A big wheel of the 4th Regiment of the Pederast Army.
Hey.
To hell with it. It's a walking stick anyway.
Hey. Less of that.
Out of bullets.
The old man lays the rifle down carelessly and then stares at it, just lying there.
Like an amputated limb in the sand.
Do we want to have a look at it? Pick up the gun lying in the sand.
Follows your motions. The rifle feels surprisingly light in your hand.
I wonder if this is the murder weapon.
Places with tape and wire.
Inspect it closely.
In a shabby state, like a crutch that's seen too much travel. Hieroglyphs are embossed into the forearm, made of walnut. On the butt, you see Vespertine writing, burnt into the wood. Triangong, 4.46mm, made in Sinyao.
It's as he said, it's a Triangong made in Sinyao.
No one said it has to give them a grade. We were just guessing.
That's true.
From ballistics, it could easily have been a Triangong too.
It doesn't matter if it was made in Shanti Shanti. All it has to do is use jacketed ammunition. And it does. The right type and the right caliber.
He's liking this.
Yeah, I think this is the...
The old man keeps following your motion with his gaze. His right arm twitches suddenly.
Tis evidence, my guy. Who are you?
My name is Josef Lilianovich Droz, Political Commissar of the 114th Anti-Aircraft Division of the 4th Army of the Commune of Rachell.
Ah, there we go. This is a common naming thing. I imagine this is his mother's name. If I remember.
Am a deserter, partisan, and a prisoner of war. This is
Which
my
war?
term of
The previous war. His eyes turned to the reed again, dead and dull.
Do you mean the ICM? Your holdover from the...
From the Insular Indian Citizens Militia.
God, he's
The
been there a
army of
while
the
then.
Revolution. I was recruited in Jamrock in 07.
Flippin' heck. 40 odd years.
Patrol are young and consigned to emergency defense duties in 08. I left my unit on the eve of the landing. When I returned here on May 14th, the commune had fallen. Still armed and ideologically trained, I wrote a criticism of myself and resumed partisan duties.
No. Combination of PTSD and survivor's guilt. How long have you been on this island?
43 years. No. I've been on other islands too.
Oh.
I was in a resurrection until they turned it into a spa in 18. Then I was on E48, a nameless sound, until the sea washed over it. Then I came back here. That was 22 years ago.
Okay. Again, you've been hiding for 43 years.
43 years and 10 months.
That's insane. That's steadfast. I don't even know what it is. Steadfast, maybe?
It's not how a human being should live. But I had to. I couldn't just forget. I couldn't just forget what I saw.
There we have it.
He just couldn't.
You couldn't give up.
He knows. But he can now.
I imagine that he's not in a very good
What are you
state.
doing during all this time?
Hiding, fishing, waiting.
He looks across the water.
Where it's morning, on Rue de Saint-Gislain, people are walking. The gas streetlights have already been switched off. Further inland, in Jamrock, the streets come alive with workers. Men, women, children rushing. Muddy avenue after muddy avenue. The temperature is rising. Alto cumulus clouds form above Precinct 41. Two police officers step out of the Whirling in Rags cafeteria. Satellite officer Jean-Vic Mayer inspects a series of burnt black letters splashed across the plaza mosaic.
Where were you when the shootout was going down?
Patrol officer Judith Minot points west. The fishing village. She glances at her watch. We meet in 15 minutes. It's a 10-minute walk. The officers go, leaving behind the writing, still smoldering. One day, it says, I will return to your side.
Ah, there we go. There's a translation. I like that.
Always waiting
The old man turns his eyes from the shore back to you. For what?
for her to return.
For who to return?
Girl, child, revolution.
Girl, child, revolution.
Always.
I'm afraid she's
The
gone.
material base for an uprising has eroded. The working class has betrayed mankind and themselves.
Oh no, the union's trying to form a coup.
The historic opportunity for a revolution has passed. It will not come back anymore. However hard I try, whatever I do.
Well, you can't really say that because there may be revolutions in the future. They might just not look like the revolution that you expected. You said you deserted your unit.
Just 16 years old.
Oh, I was a child.
15 when I volunteered. I had a lapse of faith. And of courage, too.
Lapse of faith.
Could say I misunderstood the historic role of the proletariat and thought Mazovian socioeconomics were fallible. For a second, I doubted the irreducible laws of historic materialism.
And everybody died.
A second is all it took
For what?
for reaction to take hold.
What's reaction?
Petty bourgeois terror. It's in all men.
It wasn't reaction, you were just afraid. Yes, we all have a tiny bourgeois person in us trying to run away. And when was this exactly? You were a child?
It's the same thing. You haven't seen it. Not really. Not many. It's impossible not to be afraid.
Hmm.
And this was when?
Lieutenant instinctively looks to his notebook, but he does not take it
May
out.
the 13th, 44 years ago. The horizon was black with coalition airships. Their petroleum rose to the sky. Like it formed the clouds. Storm clouds. When they started shelling, it was dark magic.
Dark magic.
By might of international capital.
Oof.
All at once, all the greed and terror in the world tore into Revachol. It lifted streets from the ground and turned houses into ghosts. We were in the flak tower.
He gestures towards it.
Huddled on the floor. The artillery was 80 kilometers away in Ozon, but I knew the commune would fall. We would all be turned into ash. So I said I was going to the map room.
He looks east.
A terrible shame, still within it. The lobes of his ears are red with it. The shame and smallness of what he became.
And you didn't go to the map room.
No. I climbed the chain link across the water and hid inland, in the bunkers there, like the weakest of the weak.
You were a
Who
child.
else? Frightened of the ordnance all night, and the sound of the rotors in the morning, whirring.
He looks at the sky. What was that?
Airships. I climbed out into hell.
Oh,
The
God.
landing was complete. The chain was submerged. I had to swim back. The fortress was half submerged too. Shattered. They'd all drowned in the lower levels, or got torn to shreds.
Oh, my
above.
God.
The anti-aircraft gun had malfunctioned. So had I. I left them without ideological direction. It was real. I'd seen it. I'd seen it in reality.
Seen what?
The mask of humanity fall from capital. It has to take it off to kill everyone. Everything you love. All the hope and tenderness in the world. It has to take it off just for 1 second to do the deed. And then you see it as it strangles and beats your friends to death. The sweetest, most courageous people in the world. You see the fear and power in its eyes. Then you know
What?
that the bourgeois are not human.
You've lost your mind. I've always suspected the same. That's definitely enough now. Say nothing, let him finish. I'm gonna say nothing, let him finish. This guy is traumatized.
I had to fight it. I had to never stop.
The old man falls silent. His black eyes keep piercing your skin as he looks to some great distance behind you, shaking his head slowly, retreating from it. 16 years old, walking back into that is gonna mess you up. What is this place, this island?
It's not an island. What? It's a defensive fortification of the commune of Revachol. And I am its last surviving defender.
And what was it used for?
The congenitally deformed King Philip II built it to restrict access to the Bay of Revachol. We captured it in '02, retrofitted the fort with an AA gun to defend against an airborne landing. Against the whole world.
You mean the landing, retaking of Revachol?
The military called it Operation Deathblow. I later found out on the radio they called it Death Blow. You're one of them. Tell me, who speaks like that? We had 50 million people on Caillou alone.
First, I'm not one of them. Coalition military. Someone who comes to end this madness. Murderers, I know what you mean. Tell me something else. The coalition military.
Iblis,
Iblis?
the black-eyed angel.
That's true. I mean, it's hard to fathom that kind of experience of being 16 years old, a child, and feeling very valid fear, hiding yourself and coming back to devastation and destruction. And I think probably what the worst part is for this, probably going to be for this person, is he is sat and watched everyone forget, or he assumes everyone has forgotten about what happened here and carry on with their lives. And it's probably why he's so hateful and resentful, and why he continues to do what he's doing, because he's like, well, somebody has to remember and nobody else is. And he's just got more and more bitter.
How does anyone survive? I steal.
What do you steal?
Supplies, vegetables, collect rainwater. It's the life of a dog, not a human being.
Sorry, I had to get a snack. He coughs once more and then puts his hand on his belly.
With your health, Mr. Dross.
I've been throwing up blood since winter.
Oh shit.
Like beetroot. Been passing it in stool.
Oh, he's proper fucked.
The RCM can provide medical services. You need to be looked over.
I need to die. You don't have medical facilities. You have guns. That's all they give you. Toy guns.
This is a serious situation. You need to be looked over and we can do it. How have you coped mentally? Probably not that well.
There's nothing to look over. The triage is in. And it's black. Administer morphine. Horrible.
Yeah, I imagine he's not got long left. How have you coped mentally?
I have holes in my brain. Years missing. Others filled with pain. A decade of...
His eyes roll into his skull and back.
I don't even know what. Inferno?
I also live in hell. I also have holes in my brain. You notice that... Okay, like him.
I would imagine it gets tremendously difficult mentally to live in isolation.
Traitors. It's better alone.
Oh, there we go.
I watch the people of this city turn the lights back on. More and more each year. Ruins, glimmering in the dark, like a fucking merry-go-round.
I could imagine how that would feel like an affront.
It's disgusting.
Like building a fairground on a mass grave. You know what I mean? Like... He looks down at his shoes, his face parched from the sun and the wind. There's a wince of pain in there somewhere.
Are they not heartbroken? How could they have moved on?
How have you concealed yourself all these
It
years?
was hard in the tents. I didn't have partisan training. They were searching for stragglers, those bloodhounds. Floodlights on the water at night.
There were posters, campaigns.
Communards still hoped, and they needed to snuff that hope out. The East capitulated. Martinez and Cold City were turned to dust. But Jamrock, Forburg, even Coron, and Boogie Street, of course. Those fucking kips had Marsov coursing through their veins. And others too. Some cordons of Revachol was still fighting. There were cells. I tried to contact them. Soon they all went silent. The frequencies dead.
How did you get between here and the mainland?
At night, I used a dinghy. I only went after dark then. When I got to the city, we stayed underground. Patrols, you lot, the commons too. They'd started snitching.
In the city, you move underground?
From bunker to bunker. Not anymore. No one cares now. I don't even have to hide. They think I'm another antisocial favorite. I could walk straight into that town if I wanted. I just...
He falls silent, his gaze fixed on the shacks huddled together across the water. Why don't you just walk there?
I don't want to. They're all traitors. Pigs, rabbits, and dogs. Men without ideals are only animals.
He does not want to see life moving on. People forgetting, drinking, laughing.
Yeah, the weapons cache?
So you finally found it. There must have been a small squadron's worth of arms in there. Elmer Graves, right?
They were.
Useless now. Rusted away.
Yep.
So you've been there.
Sleeping. Some nights, ammo scrounging on others. Those McGraves were shit, even before they corroded. Some had bullets in the chamber, however.
There's a small bunker under the Fell building. Have you stayed there?
The propaganda bunker. I used to, but not anymore.
Propaganda bunker?
They stored leaflets there. Broadcasting equipment, too. Made broadcasters think. Propaganda officers. I buried them with their leaflets. They killed themselves. 2 young boys.
Oh, God, killed
A
themselves.
lot of our boys did. I spent some winters there. Never liked it. Kept thinking of them. No need to go underground anymore. It's better in the ruins, on the ground.
The old man looks across the water at the city, the ruins, the motorways rising above it.
Poor thing. You said this is your termless surrender.
Go with the RCM. The coalition appointed mob that enforces bourgeois morals in Rachell. A so-called Lieutenant W. Freighter.
We're not coalition appointed, we're just trying to... We are coalition, you know what I mean? Let's not pretend that we're not. That's right, we're with the good guys. We're just with who's the people in charge. We enforce the law, we keep these animals from killing each other. I know what it looks like, but I have secret plans to turn the RCM into a Mazovian Revolution unit. We're with the RCM. Let's just leave it at that. Yeah, I don't think any of these are appropriate, because... nothing is like in life is 100% morally good or 100% morally bad. It is what it is.
Let's. You represent the Moralist International.
It is
The
true.
enemies of humanity who took this city. I represent their adversary. The Parti Communiste dans ce monde.
Therefore,
Take me to them as a prisoner of war. I have relinquished my weapon. I can no longer serve. No superiors can relieve me of my duty. You bulldoze them all to a mass grave for trying to free humanity.
his hand shakes and he breaks into a coughing fit.
A spray of blood from his mouth on the black charcoal in the firelight.
So you're a communist soldier from the communist army.
I am not a soldier. I am an ideological officer. I belong to the party, not the army.
But you said you were trained and assigned to the Defence Corps.
Trained in historical materialism, then assigned as a political commissar by the party. These things used to mean something.
Wait, what does a political commissar do?
The old man does not answer. He tilts his silver head and looks at the reeds. You see a small tremor pass through his legs.
What
His
is
job was to assure the army answers to civilian control.
Mm.
Follow the ideology of the commune.
Scientific communism. Commissaire politique is a night philosopher of the revolution, a future human.
That means a trained communist, right?
He nods slowly. Then another tremor.
That... It...
No, you're not. You're a liberast.
A liberast?
A liberal and a pederast. It's what most liberals are.
How dare you?
Detective, we have not come here to discuss ideology.
Sorry.
We have come to ask questions regarding a murder investigation.
Apologies.
The old man spits into the fire pit. He does not say anything more. The jitter passes his lower There's definitely something off with his
Hmm.
something more than just metabolism.
Something.
There's nothing serious in this world. It's a farce.
What have you been using this gun
I've
for?
used it for killing people.
Recently?
Here we go. A trail of blood. The lieutenant smells it too.
Killing people?
It's a gun. That's what they're for. You want a moralist euphemism? Defending your family and your property. I haven't done that. I've used it to kill people.
Interesting. During or after the war?
There is no after the war.
Hmm.
Class war is never over.
That's true.
Be careful now. Slow and steady does it. Make him repeat it first.
Okay.
Don't mess this up. Remember, he wants to tell you. Get personal.
So you're saying you kill people after active fighting stopped. Did you use that gun to shoot and kill a colonel of the security contractor Rachell? I know you want to tell me. Have you killed anyone with that gun in the last week or so? Wait, which one do I say then? We are going to hedge our bets and we're going to do this one.
The who now?
He heard you. He just wants to hear you say it. You're in.
The corpse in ceramic armour hanging behind the whirling in rags. Did you shoot him? The fascist death squad who took a bullet in the mouth on the night of March 4th. His name was Lely. He was part of a security detail here in Martinez. A beautiful, strong man sent here to be honourable by the Honourable Private Military Company Rachell. That's bullshit. We know that's... You know who I mean. You know who I mean.
In the monster arm.
Nod.
An ugly piece of work, that boy.
He was.
Did you kill him?
Lieutenant takes a sudden step towards him.
I am a son of a welder and an officer of the commune of Rachell. I do not collaborate with murderers and pederasts of the liberal regime.
You want to tell us.
A drop of blood in the saliva.
You're dying and you want to be seen.
The scent of blood in the air. But what else? There was something you can't remember. Wait,
Fuck it.
Here it comes. The goddamn Maybells. The dried Maybells on Clausia's roof.
Oh, yeah.
Maybells in the grass we've got here. They're revolutionary symbols from the war. Nowhere else, nowhere in all of Martinez have you seen them this spring. Wait, don't forget the footprints. The diagonal prints in the dust in the secret space behind Clausia's bedroom. Now, they're gonna come up.
Okay, thank you, Head. Thank you.
Remember, the boot prints were like no modern soul. Maybe don't beat yourself anymore, though. You're not immortal.
Okay, I won't.
Nothing else comes up. You see the lieutenant watch you, try to stimulate thought processes by hitting yourself.
He see me put a gun in my mouth, you know what I mean? Like, Kim at this point is like, fuck it to a ball.
I'm sorry, this didn't do anything. Usually hurting yourself does.
Officer. A word?
Excuse me for a moment, Mr. Dross. Hi! Lieutenant whispers, then gives the suspect a shot. Do you think he did it?
From nothing to this in a day. This is good, Lieutenant Frater. We just need a confession first and then maybe a solid motive later.
Okay, I'm slapping myself to get ideas. I'm trying to get him to confess. How do you think the questioning is going? What am I missing? What haven't I done?
Good. We are doing very good. He wants to confess.
Yeah, he does.
We just need to pile it on a little more. The more we have on him, the closer he is.
What am I missing? What haven't I
That is
done?
this. Let him cook here for a minute or two. We can have another look around the island for a sniper's nest. I think we should check out the box.
It doesn't have to
Okay.
be cold. Just establish a line of sight and he'll do the rest himself.
Remember, he wants to tell us, but he doesn't want to help us. It needs to look like we already have everything.
There is palpable
Okay.
excitement in his tone. He likes him for this. A lot. But there's something more too.
Okay. We... We're going to head back in. Yeah, he knows that he's dying. He knows that when he's gone, everyone will forget. And I think this is a way for him and his comrades to not be forgotten. But he doesn't want to. He doesn't want to help us, you know what I mean?
Soft covers, serialized, fantastic.
Is there anywhere else on this island that we can look? Let's zoom out. Is there anywhere out here that we missed that maybe we can look? Because if we can find where he would have shot from, that will be more helpful. Can we go down here maybe? So we just have ice here. I'm assuming the place that he shot from is... Oh, hang on, what's this? The pain in your pelvis makes you wince. Then you continue. Oh, I'm going too fast, am I? The inside of the fortress, you make out the console and the blast door. What's up here? Is this it, potentially? Potentially this is it.
There's a rain-soaked mattress on a concrete slab, only half covered by the crumbling roof. At the head of it, double embrasures, firing slits like two eyes in the wall.
This looks like a good place to aim from.
Lieutenant looks around, he steps closer with his hand on his gun. Inspect the mattress.
A single-person mattress, modern, civilian use. Brand and name, Marjorie. There's a fuel stain on the cover, along with cigarette burns, and an empty can of beans on the ground next to it, filled to the brim with cigarette butts.
Pick it up.
The silhouette of a tobacco picker adorns the paper filter. The brand, Dio Mortieri.
That's used as a heavy smoker. Inspect the wall.
There's a firing slit in the wall in front of you, like a little window.
Touch the concrete first.
Quite old and grimy from years without cleaning by anything other than the rain.
And look through the hole in the concrete.
The springs screech as you lean on the mattress and crane your neck to look out. Trepidation, a tingling feeling in your stomach. A small piece of Martinez coastline opens up in the square in front of you, like a tiny landscape painting. 1 kilometer across the water. The ruins look familiar.
On the left.
A towering skyscraper, its top floors shaved off by artillery fire. Capeside apartments. Rue de Saint-Gislain, 33A and 33B.
We were in there, on the right.
The red chimney and collapsed back of the 4-story tenement in front of the whirling in rags. Rue de Saint-Gislain, 10. The doomed commercial area.
And between the two.
The box-shaped silhouette of the whirling in rags. You see a small fleck of white on the rooftop. The upstairs window of Clausia's room, in the rain, reflecting light.
Motherfucker.
What does that mean? Do you have line of sight to the window?
I absolutely do. Kim, with a pair of binoculars, I would be able to see inside the room.
Or a scope of a rifle?
He points to the makeshift bed.
Lying on the mattress, barrel resting on the embrasure. I think we have it. The origin of the shot. This is the sniper's nest.
Finally.
In our defense, nothing pointed here.
That is true.
Pointed elsewhere.
6 people are dead. Could have prevented it.
Don't beat yourself up, officer. We did not put guns in their hands or get them drunk.
He looks north over the fortification, then adds.
The lieutenant pauses. Regret comes over him.
We will make up for it. Here. I feel it.
I hope so. Old medicine cabinet newly stocked with Dramamine. Weathered artillery map. Is there anything here that I can take that? Fix my morale. Well, we found where he did it from. Can we get down, or do we have to go all the way through again? Can we get around here? Is it possible to get around here? Can you get around here? Don't think it is. Can we? No. Alright. Can we get up this way? No. Alright, we're going to go back through. For someone who says he's had no training, that is a hell of a shot. I mean, I wonder what motivated him then. I know he's angry. I know that he is dying, quite possibly of cancer, considering how much he smokes, on various other factors. And obviously but I wonder what motivated him to pick that particular person. Because there's lots of people he could have picked, really. Wonder why I picked him. I'm sure we're going to find out now. I'm going to try and be a good detective. You know what I mean? What is this? Who's this? A rubber dinghy. It's deflated, broken. Alright, okay. Right. Okay, sir. We have found your sniper's nest.
Minions of capital. What do you want?
I'm not going to arrest him yet. We're going to go...
Petty bourgeois law. This is all you care about.
I mean, I get paid to care about it, so you know.
In the world many times.
It's my job.
A drop of blood in the salon. Tear into him again. Pile it on him.
Okay. Boop.
Damn April. The whole island is turning white with them.
He seems tender suddenly. Nostalgic even. A strange mood swing.
So many this year too. The spring is coming. No, it's already here. Wash the filth away.
I haven't seen these flowers anywhere else in Martinez, only here.
Blossom on the islets before we fertilize them with our blood. Resurrection was snow white in May before they ruined it.
South, the Bay of Martinez is dotted with little freckles and islets, turning green, with white flowers in white snow.
The coast too, before they piled their containers on top of it, filled with broken, useless trash for fat-fingered bourgeois children to play with.
You must get around a lot to stay undetected on this. Do you know any secret paths? Pinball workshops?
I may.
Ooh. A young woman called Glacier. Ring any bells? These dried flowers were behind our window.
Glacier.
You know her, right? She had intimate relations with the victim, the mercenary.
With the victim.
It's can't be speakable. He turns his sight from the I mean, you did shoot him through the head, through the back of the head, while he was in flagrante delicto, should we say. He turns his sight from the whitening field of flowers, falls silent, and the muscle in his jaw twitches with spasm.
There's a small tremble. Looks like a smile. A crooked smile. Yet isn't quite voluntary. He's about to burst. Almost. But you need one more. Just one. Or maybe two.
We've done the ballistics.
Saw you poking around there, looking for evidence. You're damn diligent when it comes to dead fascies. Did you like the view?
You had direct visibility. There are embrasures in the concrete, specifically meant for a dog collar to use. And you had a long-range rifle in your possession.
Lieutenant softens his voice.
You've been here a long time, Mr. Dross. Too long. You need medical aid.
I'm ready to die. I've done my part.
It's the best uninterrupted line of sight into that window in all of Martinez.
Because it's a viper's nest, you stupid fuck.
I know, I'm just trying to get you to talk
You
about it.
have worms in your brain.
Another sudden twitch, and then one more. One in his right eye.
Almost. He almost burst out there. Keep piling arguments. Anything.
Okay.
Everything is brands with you individualists. Who cares what brand my shoes are? Sansa. Some shit.
Show me the souls, please, Mr. Torres.
Fucking imbecile.
The old man stretches out his leg. A black and white spiral pattern covers a sole of worn-out old running shoes on his feet.
The maker is called sensory, and the size is 42 to 44. These are not the unusual horizontal pattern soles.
He might have a different pair of boots though.
On the floor of the hidden room. They do, however, seem to be about the same size.
People.
The size fits, but not the soul.
Ah.
This is another loose thread. Never connect.
God damn it. God damn footprints everywhere. I hate them.
Lieutenant raises his brow. What are you
Sorry.
doing? He's thinking. We almost got in here.
I'm sorry. I was trying to be clever. Alright.
Stop yourself.
Cough. What do we do now? We're not getting these prints to match.
People change shoes, detective.
Hmm.
It was you. You were there, weren't you? Crawling in a whirling mirage. What were you doing? Some kind of reconnaissance? Preparing the scene? Listening in on her?
You little pervert.
Trying to rack your brains. You're desperate to report something back to your masters.
And you want to tell
They
us?
must have really loved that then.
The old man stares at his own prints in the ash around the fire. Silence suddenly. Some strange process within it. A gush of wind. Seagulls in the distance. You've almost got him. Just the last little push.
Okay, don't need your cooperation. I've got this.
Not a lot of guns around that use military grade ammunition, are there?
It's a real gun. Not like your little musketeer pistols. I've seen you prance around with those. Jumping hoops for the liberals. You look like imbeciles.
I can't argue with you there, to be honest.
Your real weapons, eh? Going against automatic rifles with a flame. Of course you got all those boys killed.
To be fair, it was the necktie.
He saw you. He's watched it happen. So he saw you. Okay. So what? Don't let it divert you.
Stop changing the subject. We have the murder weapon.
You know what? You're right. I'm convinced this made the shot. Should we call it?
The lieutenant looks at the weapon demonstratively. I'm calling it. We have the murder weapon. You think we have the murder weapon.
Good.
The lieutenant takes out his notebook and draws a single line.
This feels good, doesn't it? Tying things up like this.
It does.
Another weapon.
It does.
Murder.
Well, it was done at... Although you are still at war, nobody else is. Not right now. Not an explicit war with rules. Little underground war, maybe. He just glances into the reeds and then twitches once more.
You know who he was. A coalition-trained murderer. Armored and armed. He wasn't human. The blunt end of a hammer. Dripping with blood.
Yeah, he was. He was a rapist. I'm not saying he didn't deserve it. He was a killer, but he was still under the protection of the law. He was a soldier too. He was a man. He was a killer.
Beating us to the ground. Moaning with joy. You hounds get so thorough when a company-trained killer dies. I haven't seen you on this coast for 40 years. You know, maybe I should have killed one sooner.
Maybe you
Your
should.
attention. Now you stop eating druggies and prostitutes in your basement. Now you come to investigate. Not when they die by the hundreds.
He breathes through flared nostrils. So you killed him.
Oh, the inhumanity. One paramilitary less in Revachell.
Yeah, to be fair, he shouldn't have been in Rachell, but it doesn't mean he deserves to be shot in the back of the head. You can almost see him squeeze a tear out of his eye. His fists begin to tremble from anger.
Raises his right arm to hush you. Hush. He does not need to be pushed anymore. The ball is rolling.
Okay, spill your guts.
While the lieutenant listens, holding his breath.
Just nod.
I had them in my sights, both of them, him and the whore. I was breathing in phase, and I pulled the trigger and flew on the air until I landed in his mouth.
He begins to smile.
I didn't think I had a shot like that in me anymore. I did. I saw him kneel there with his mouth full of death, and that stupid look on his face. And his dick still in her.
Then, a hot flash of rage almost carries the smile away. Some dark peace.
Then what?
Nothing. I went to sleep. Next morning there were Maybells everywhere. The world was white, or what's left of it anyway. My last spring here. I knew the fascists would come to avenge their own. And so they did.
But why?
Mr. Dross, are you aware you're confessing to murder?
Lieutenant asks after a second of silence. Hey. A single word is all he gives.
You were looking at them, the victim and a young woman, having sex through the scope of your rifle that night before you shot him.
Lieutenant takes out his notebook slowly, very slowly.
The old man nods.
Why?
Because that's what they were doing.
He shrugs, then smacks his lips.
I
What?
don't understand. Do you, detective? I don't understand this part.
I think he's always looking. Why were you looking at them that night?
I'm always looking.
There we go. He cocks his head to the side, then turns his eyes to the city. Another tremor passes his right side, lower in intensity. I mean, he's got fuck all else to do.
Are you always looking through the scope of a rifle? I'm just trying to understand.
Well, we did see his little...
A rifle scope has the best magnification.
Helps him see all the shit.
And if you don't like it,
If it's part of the shit you see.
then you pull the trigger.
Yes. Think of it as a form of critique.
What specifically did you not like about what you saw the night of the murder?
Them. Fucking. I didn't like that.
So you were jealous?
Jealousy is a reactionary concept. I didn't like the Reaver enjoying himself. Drugged out, soothed in the arms of a young woman. I wanted him to die so he could not enjoy life anymore.
Fair point.
And I wanted to see his head explode.
Gross.
That too. She should know better than to hold a child murderer between her thighs. I knew he'd be there for one more second. Writhing. That's all it takes for the bullet to reach his head. Now that I think of it, I wasn't aiming for his mouth. I wanted his brains to spill out on her.
Ooh.
You can't have everything.
Never seen past her, like you did. And now he longs to see her covered in blood.
It's a bit much, that. Oh my
To
god.
punish her.
How long have you been watching her?
Since she came to Martinez, I saw her sneaking in the reeds early in the morning, behind the Fell building. It was dark, still winter. She didn't have her skimpy outfit on then, just a spot in the night, moving.
Past the Fell building on the coast. What was she doing there?
Hiding something in the water. She had a fag after she'd done it. I was up in the ruins there. She couldn't see me, but I could see her, smoking. She was nervous, but not scared.
And beautiful.
And beautiful.
That, too.
How could you see what she looked like? You said it was dark.
The sun came up. Her hair was like cobwebs. She smoked more fags and snorted a line of whatever shit she was on, right there. She needed it just to move.
What do you think she hid there?
Her passport and tickets to Riyadh. And from there to Cachet Blue.
Some kind of hidden container on the coast. You looked into it.
Yes, after she'd gone. It was a submersible. Well made, actually.
Sloppy. We should have gotten her to tell us about it.
Yeah.
Did you take the documents?
No, I put them back. Why would I take them? I'm not going to phone. Oh, I mean...
Moving on, did you continue to watch her after this?
I did. She had a face like an archipelago with those birthmarks. And a body hard and lean, bruised all over, black and yellow. I could see she's taken a beating.
Oh,
I could see
interesting.
who she was, too. A spook. On the
That's
run.
what I said.
Revachel's the cloaca of capital now. All the bagmen and arms dealers end up here to do drugs and have sex like animals.
It is a nowhere town.
You could tell she was a spook from the documents?
She had different color hair on the photo and glasses. Forged. Some sordid bourgeois affair. I've heard about this kind of thing on the radio.
How did you see all this? The bruises that she was beaten?
I'm not blind, am I?
How does he know these minute details? Let's try that.
It quickly comes to you.
The bruises on her body, any chance you've seen them through a hole in the wall?
Oh, yes. Cutting those drugs of hers into little lines with a knife. Masturbating.
Everything in him fills with impossible longing, all at once.
Must have been very lonely.
Make that home.
With a clip point knife.
Good for listening in, too. For hearing the moaning and the snorts.
Ever see her through a window on a roof?
Like that, too. Yes. Bending like a bow against the glass.
You've been through the secret route behind the whirling rags. Those were your footprints there. You just changed your shoes.
I've been through all of Martinez. Every nook and cranny.
And that too.
Yes, that too. The things they did in that little room. What she'd do to feel good. Funny the way light works. You turn it on inside, and it gets so dark out, you can't see a man looking in. I learned that in the 20s, when they were still hunting me. I've seen people do some shit, but...
He keeps shaking his head.
Hear the familiar scribble of the lieutenant's pen. A quick glance at you. One more loose end.
Yay!
We're doing this, detective.
How did you get in there? The hidden bingo workshop.
I can just walk in there now after a good wash. I told you, they think I'm an antisocial. Closing hour is a good time. The kitchen's empty.
You had to open the steel door in the kitchen? How?
I got that open a long time ago. Some bourgeois game merchant lived there. I don't know, 15 years ago. He left spare keys all over, and I took one.
Smart.
And I saw her turn the light on one night in my stove.
He points towards the whirling and rags. You wanted to punish her, so you killed him. You had feelings for that woman?
She practically breastfed that man. You wouldn't believe the things she let him do to her.
He shakes his head and stares at the ashes.
Stands here and rots.
You saw through her, so did I. She did deserve a good punishing. I hate women too, you know. I'm not like that. I don't think like that. Men are insane. I mean... Boah.
The older man raises his gaze. Something glimmers in the corner
When it comes to
of his
women.
eye.
Uh,
A bitter taste on his tongue.
you had feelings for her.
There's nothing to hold on to. Only this. It's not enough.
The hatred.
The coals of his eyes.
The
glisten
anger.
suddenly, like stones dribbled with water. Is he crying?
Man needs to feel something else. In this fight, it helps if you have your eye on something there. It's weakness, I know.
There have been others.
Yes, over the years. It's not unproletarian to feel something.
Was that why you left the dried flowers behind on the window?
No,
Why then?
I don't really know. I was there one night and she was crying, like a child, in the corner of our room on the floor, like she does sometimes.
And when was this?
The day after I killed him.
And you brought her Maybells.
Yes. I don't know why I do the things I do anymore.
Same here.
It's as if something put the thought there to leave the flowers.
Something put the thought in you. A compulsion.
What do you mean, put?
He raises his eyes. They're round and wide.
Quick flash of terror.
I just got this feeling from what you said. Do you agree?
Maybe. I told you, I have holes in my brain now. I wouldn't just sit here waiting for you.
A sudden pang of rage.
If you came 10 years ago, I would have killed you.
He wipes his eye.
In the silence, the lieutenant draws a line in his notes, then nods at you once more.
Okay.
One more down.
So in conclusion, it wasn't about him. It was about her. He repeats, staring at the ashes and then the reeds. There's a twitch in the corner of his eye. What is going on?
Nods at you in acknowledgement. That's it. Motive. We have it.
So ultimately, it was about her, but not in the way that we thought it was. So
Where is she, that classier? I haven't seen her there for days.
she got away. We don't know where she is. She got away, but she led us here first. She figured out someone was watching her from the sea fort. We arrested her. This one.
John. I knew it. She kept staring into the scope this last week at the island, like she knew.
He sighs.
She'd look at night, crying, smoking on the roof, staring right into me. It doesn't matter.
Midtown, across the Bay of Rachell, cold rain falls on 40-story towers. Above them, Lucerne Central Aerodrome, a cocoon suspended in the grey sky by a web of suspension wiring encircled by hybrid aircraft.
Look north.
On the platform, a young woman is withdrawing from amphetamines, barbiturates, and alcohol. Yet still, she smiles among the crowd, among the great ghosts of the city she's leaving for another, far south. Smaller, distant, hidden, not like the great chandelier she sees sparkle in the night below her. Street lights, towers, tenements, and water, and across it, a dark strip of ruins, barely visible, if she didn't squint her eyes. There, on a dilapidated jetty, in a nameless village, 2 police officers and 1 special consultant look across a narrow strip of sea. The ruins of a sea fort stick out of the water, built by Philippe II, reappropriated by the Commune, then lost in the landing. He's there, doing what exactly?
Being a detective, solving a murder.
Mayor points at the ruins. Behind that anti-aircraft something. That's why we can't see him. Special consultant Heidelstam is optimistic. We'll see the boat when he comes. Let's go get a coffee until then. I know this interesting little place where
His voice trails off as
voice
the...
trails off as the 3 walk down the jetty.
Ah, I forgot that he was going
As
to narrate
they let
that.
go,
Force a habit.
Patrol Officer Miller looks back over her shoulder at the crumbling fortification in the rain, like a rotten tooth rising out of the water. Good luck, Harry, she thinks. You need something good for this.
We could get more. We've got him talking.
What more is there to say, really?
He likes talking.
We could do 72%. Okay, let's, while we're here,
A tragic comedy. Druggies, prostitutes, rentiers.
A strange little engine seems to fire up in him again. It straightens his back.
more specifically,
Specifically, the whole city is a charnel house. Stripped clean and draped in neon. But Martinez is the worst.
how come?
Because of the racists. to race the radio shows. In the ruins, their lorries.
I have met far too many racists during this investigation.
Steroids and Radio Revachol 92. Race this, race that. It's all sanctioned by that Social Democratic Union and the farce of a Social Democrat who runs it.
Mr. Clare?
Yes, the fly larva in his container. He let some nihilistic advertising yuppies erect a statue of Philippe III, a syphilitic murderer, on the town square, to spit on the working class.
There more?
Not since the serfs of ancient Pericarnassus has history produced a more inert social class than the Martinez proletariat. The rest of Revachol at least pretends to rebuild. These people still live in ruin.
Yeah, that's true.
Tents, like animals, like those boom boom morons on the ice. A pity they didn't drown in that tent of theirs.
That's not very nice. To be fair, you're not living in... I mean, your living situation, that's not the best.
Licking her lips. The old whore's gone now. Her gun-toting porcelain men are dead. So, actually, no. The worst is that old cock parading around in his uniform.
Oh, we spoke to him.
It's not enough that the racists and liberals are dancing on our graves. The old loyalist ghouls still parade the ruins too.
He was wearing his uniform as well.
Every morning he's there, while the parasites he fought to protect are off in Elysium, or Moran, or some other island they built their palaces on, feeding on drugs and having sex with their own children.
Okay then.
That's all the rich really want. Sex with their own children. Throughout history, even
You've become very
royal
focused.
bloodline of the suzerain, it's all just an excuse for them to have sordid sex. At least that old cunt Rachell is now dead.
Is he?
We did good when we pushed him under that horse car.
Oh, that's the king.
Only in the
I thought he meant the guy.
disco whores.
What follows is ominous mumbling. You cannot make out a single word.
Disco whores are too much. Hatred shuts down his brain's language center, leaving only a nonsensical sputter.
By the cock parading in his colourful uniform, you mean Rene.
Every fucking morning for 34 years. Throwing
That would...
one ball against the other. I've always loathed that game. That is not a working class game. I don't care what they say on Radio June.
I imagine that would be very grating if you are having to hide and then somebody from the other side is just there in their uniform playing
Royalist
ball.
ghouls played like it was life itself. Click, clack across the water each day. And that uniform, like a parrot plumage. I won't even mention that he's a traitor to his race. A tank maniac race traitor.
Just nod. No, I don't know about that. Whoa, whoa, let's back off before you get... I don't know.
I remember him. I remember him from La Noce. Not him personally, his mate and Molly. There were tens of thousands of them. I thought we took them all out before the liberals came to their rescue. We missed one. That
With a shaky finger, he points to the city towards the crater near the plaza where a lone pine tree stands.
Seemed to be a single person under the pine today.
There's no one there.
fat and plump, like a pheasant, just begging to be popped up. Please, Mr. Dross, shoot me.
He didn't.
He whispers with such predatory hunger. It borders on longing.
You'd like to kill him.
Not yet. I like to look at him strut around, place the crosshair on his medals, right in his face, and just fiddle the trigger. think about it. Let the bonbon melt in my mouth.
Hmm.
A treat. Better served for later. He's a pleasure player.
Save the treat for
He
later.
is a juicy bonbon, that one. A real treat for the black men. The blackest. When I put that gun in my own mouth, I think, no, don't waste it. Put this lead in that cock for the boys he killed. And then I look at him throw those balls, and I suddenly feel.
He lets out a wistful sigh.
I even hid one bullet, so I'd always have one. For him. Haven't seen him there lately. Must be down with arthritis. Oh, come.
Momentarily, he's worried for him. He reminds him of himself. The same hatred. The same. You try to think of another thing, but no. It's just the hatred.
Yeah, Rennie was pretty
They are
full of hate
veterans
as well.
of the same war. Somewhere west in Coal City, his enemy is lying in a dark room on a metal slider. Not
Oh shit, he is dead.
he will too. Soon. Half of the war between these men is over. With an agitated gait, Satellite Officer Jean Heron Vichner paces the jetty, 22 kilometers east in Martinez. What could he possibly be doing there for so long? He says.
Solving a murder?
Patrol Officer Judith Minot replies, with a tinge of hope in her voice, a tinge of warmth too, against the cold air rising from the water.
Disco hall. Is all he says. Even that word has been pushed through his teeth with great force. The rage seized too hard. Let's ask him about Mr. Clare.
Another hideous disappointment. Unions are the real enemy. The true enemy of the proletariat. Placating the masses.
What's so disappointing?
Toad, I wouldn't expect him to wipe his own ass. I mean, the brains of the operation. The smart one.
Doesn't ever outrun the Union.
That mobster Toad couldn't run a shithouse. He has no political education. His twin, Edgar Clare, that one's been to one of those East Revachol universities. He talks a big game about
I don't think I ever met Edgar.
alienation and so on.
Talk to Edgar.
First against the war with him.
You stop poking at the ash now. Just shakes his head.
Claire's wouldn't miss a man hidden in their own backyard. Not all this time. Nothing happens in Martinez without them knowing.
Have you approached them?
I haven't approached anyone. I hid. It was Edgar who came to me.
What?
How did he know you were here?
He didn't just stumble in like an oaf. He figured it out. Some kids told him about a monster on the island. I told you, he has brains.
He points to the path leading to the tower.
Stepped right off the boat and walked down where you came. I even kept the door open for him. Thought he was a man of the left. Wouldn't rat me out. I was right about one of those things.
When was this?
20 years ago. Neither of them could walk now, could they? They were less fat then.
What did you talk about?
Edgar did the talking. Paid his respects like I were a fossil in uniform. Offered platitudes about the struggle. Flaunted his pink degree. Even quoted Marshall. Never trust a social democrat who quotes Marshall. Oh, and charity too. They love their charity. Offered me blankets and social housing. I still have the gas cooker he brought.
And he let you be here?
Let me be here. The ZOC is an unlawful successor of the Commune of Revachol. We took this fortification from the Loyalists. Even the Clares understand this.
Mr. Dross, did you kill Cornell mercenary for the Clares to incite a riot?
You know why I killed that fucker Dwight. As to Edgar, I'm not doing anything for that swine again.
Again? What have you done for Edgar before?
Tried teaching him some Marzovian socioeconomics. They didn't stick. We parted ways.
Let's try.
Oh no,
Ah,
the connection doesn't come to you on such a pivotal moment.
damn it.
Dumbo, do something. You can't zone out now. This isn't doodaloo dance time. Slap yourself in.
Wait,
Jumpstart it.
wait. It was about him meeting Edgar in a deal. Something with a union boss. Put yourself in the head. Kim, what do you think about this? You know.
About this deal you made.
Lieutenant immediately understands what is happening, turns to the suspect.
Edgar, the death of the criminal mercenary was only coincidentally beneficial to the clearance. But what about the other people you've killed for them?
Other people.
Like the previous 4 women of the Union.
Oh shit.
That's it. That's what you weren't connecting yourself.
I didn't fight 40 years to end up an informant for the international regime.
God damn it.
What happened?
Still dumb. Your eyes are transfixed on his digits. It's yellow with nicotine. You are the law. He must divulge the information.
Kim, we're not solving this part. What do we do? Yeah, you fucking killed it, the previous foreman. I know it.
Look who's up. I'm the drunken stupid. This one's worse for wear than me.
Well, yeah, that's fair.
Ray, life is hard for us human beings in deregulation hell, isn't it?
We will have plenty of time to talk about this later. Detention. It can take years in pre-detention.
Go ahead.
He's not going to make it.
I've been in solitary confinement my whole life.
Ease off it. This was not an unmitigated disaster. The lieutenant mitigated it. Just proceed. Calm.
Okay.
Glad. It's all gone.
Let's try this one.
What strikes
Ooh.
you now, this gaunt man, is not the stomach pain, or the cough, or the malnutrition. For a man who spent 44 years hidden in the urban wild,
He is surprisingly okay.
he speaks fluidly. His movements are rapid, if erratic. His voice, despite the cough, isn't there. It is capable of expressing complicated ideas. Above all, he seems animated.
Animated by what?
It's a mystery. This animation comes at a cost too. Erratic hand gestures, thought processes cut off like threads, as he just stares at the logs or the reeds. He also suffers mood swings, bubbling to the surface, unconstrained by his nervous system.
Dementia?
You've seen demented people before. This feels similar, yet different. When his thoughts move, they are lucid, keen even, not senile. Is it some kind of substance damage? Like he's addicted to something? Not only the painkillers he's clearly on.
Let's ask him if he's on a psychoactive substance.
I won't be stuffed full of shit like the rest of this city.
Just tobacco then.
It's not a downer, rather an upper, judging by his snaps.
Amphetamines.
Like some kind of decadent rock star.
He doesn't dignify it with more of an answer. Are you okay? How's your memory?
No, I'm not okay. I shit blood, and I'm surrounded by insane people.
I mean, that would make you fairly not okay.
There it is again. Electric hand motion.
Where is this
That's
going?
rage. And the stomach thing too, of course. Could it be a symptom of overdosing on something? Something even you have not tried. Keep your eyes peeled.
Let's arrest him.
But you said I would be taken to the...
I said nothing of the sort. I didn't say anything.
This terror is the sum of all the uncontrollable movements and mood swings he's been exhibiting. The wind picks up. The silence on the water is broken all around you. Little shivers of waves appear. The lieutenant continues, like an incantation.
Your wayfarer rights have been suspended. Information provided to the officers on the scene will be used against you by the prosecution. You will be given legal counsel within 1 week and must face court in 44 days. Do you understand?
Did we break his
Do you
brain?
understand?
But
Kim, he's afraid.
I don't want to. I have to stay here.
He looks at the reeds, eyes submerged in growing What's in the reeds?
Beads are forming on his forehead. Pupils are dilated too. Eyes
Your confirmation is not required, sir. Now on to the boat.
First say, does it have room for
Not
3?
really. We could escort him to the pier, then either one of us can take him inland while the other stays here. But
There's something you're not getting here that he's realizing.
But what?
who watches over him there while I come back for you?
Maybe I can just get the picker
This
to watch
is no
him.
harmless old man.
This fucking world. This world. What is this?
No, listen. Listen now.
Wait.
Here it is again. To your north.
What?
As it has been since you came to the coast. The reeds whisper.
What is happening?
Storms rubbing against each other. But then, in the middle of it, something completely different. It sounds like a bow, very slowly being drawn against the strings of a violin.
Holy fuck, is this
A very
the...
small violin, made of reeds and brushes.
Is this the Insulindian Phasmid?
Maybe there is room for 3 on the boat.
Shh.
What?
What are you talking about? Is this really us?
Your skin crawls.
Fuck off. Oh my god. No way. Well.
A delicate tangle of arms and legs unfolds from the
I hope to fuck Kim can see this.
violin, to then just stand there, moving its scythe-like arms in ghostly silence.
Bleak.
It's still there, an unfolding mechanism of reed-like kiting, hovering in place.
What is that?
What are you talking about?
The giant stick insect.
There's nothing there.
Oh, I hope to God Kim can see this, because otherwise...
It's tall. It looks straight at you with its tiny pinprick eyes and its grotesquely small head. You feel your legs shaking under you and your gun hand move to your holster to grab the gun.
There is... I see it.
Tell me what you see, damn it. I can't make out one small thing in the reed.
Okay, can you see it? Fuck off.
4 simple words. Thank God. If you can see, then you're not insane.
What is happening?
It's really there, spinning slowly, in absolute silence. Its limbs long and slender.
Can we talk to him?
Be very, very careful.
The lieutenant whispers and takes a step towards the giant arthropod. Oh, I am going to look at this thing. Hello? What is this? What are you?
Long stilt-like legs, antennae hanging from his head like a woman's hair, white and curled at the tips. It is no more than 5 steps away from you. Reed-like tufts stick out of its joints. As the insect moves its forearms, it produces a faint hiss, like a reel-to-reel machine spinning after the tape breaks. The hiss is different from the strings you heard before. It says something else in a lower pitch.
Okay, we're gonna listen.
You smell.
It
Oh, I've still got the pheromones on me. You hear the familiar ring of his jacket unzipping slowly, painstakingly so.
Over your shoulder. The
Oh, he's gonna
lieutenant
say it!
holds a piece of milled aluminium. He begins to pull it open extremely carefully. It's the camera.
Are you sure you won't scare it off?
No one will believe us.
They will believe you, they won't believe me.
From the corner of your eye, you see a sudden cascade of motion ripple through the phasmid's limbs. A series of ultrasonic clicks fills your ear. I am not palatable. Do not eat me. I am afraid.
It's afraid.
I won't be one of those fools
Okay, well, just give me a minute, alright? He'll start fiddling with the camera, but he does not put it down.
He's letting his pride get in the way.
Can we
You
can we
see
talk
the
to it?
pheasant turn to him. Its mandible antennae reaching out. Its motions are quick, sudden.
I have the pheromone, I can approach it.
I think the pheromone will do anything.
But he has stopped now.
The spindly mechanism turns itself back to you. Its antennae taking their measure of the air.
So,
Slow.
don't be afraid.
Nothing changes in the cyclical fraying motion of the creature's limbs. They are porcelain white on the inside. and
I'm so
white
excited.
On the out, beige, light brown, and striped. You are unsure if it is scared or not.
Okay. Ah, I'm gonna talk to a phasmid.
With your breath held, you take 2 small steps toward the phasmid. The creature lets out a series of ultrasonic clicks that swarm around your head like swallows.
I am so glad that we talked to those
Like love,
people.
a sort of happiness. Sweat drips from your brow, soaking your chest. You reek of it, your chemicals. Hissing and clicking, it extends its mandible-like antennae to greet you. You're right below it now, looking up at the colossal chitin of its white limbs. The head of the creature is crowned by reeds, and its eyes are like small droplets of water.
Raise your hand slowly.
Insect stops its stridulation, seeming to observe you. Below its crown of reeds, little pinprick eyes detect motion, glittering. The world stands still around you. Suddenly, there is silence. No. Stop. Be afraid.
Raise the other hand too. I'm gonna put my hand
The
down.
invertebrate comes back to life, stridulating. Sets of complex eyes follow you, moving in tandem on either side of the insect's small head.
Hello, I'm Harry. I don't really know who I
No
am.
reply. A total ancient silence comes from its mouth.
Please speak to me.
Appears to be some kind of foam. The stridulations of its limbs continue all around you.
Okay, we're gonna stand on my tiptoes.
Right. Little bubbles form on the mouth parts of the creature, on its segmented lower lip. It looks to be foaming slowly. The foam is white, then yellowish. The faintest smell like you've never felt before, like burnt roses.
Kim, it's foaming.
Careful. It may be poisonous.
Lieutenant watches you apprehensively.
The foam slowly turns a darker shade, like burnt caramel, as the insect moves its mouth parts, masticating. The little bubbles begin to burst, one by one, letting out that same smell, like summer burning.
Tell me, what are you doing here? Oh my god! I exist too! Fire, burning, it's wunderbar. I'm ill. If I tell you what will happen, I'm ill.
What is your illness?
My body aches, I'm bleeding. I'm ill in my head, I'm insane, that's how it is in my heart. For me, sadness, input in after input. My body aches, I'm bleeding.
Smelled it. As soon as you stepped on the island. Strawberries. Fresh bursts of red strawberries. Ripe, turning riper. Soon will be rotten. Now I will tell you how it is for me. For me, it is a series of half-lit images. A kind of darkness being intruded upon. Transient. Deep. Moist.
Intruded upon by what?
Shapes of plants and animals. And internal sensations. A swarm of sounds. Tiny vibrations on the inside of my forearm. All speak of complexities totally beyond my understanding. I am at the end of a narrow funnel. Weightless. So light. It only feels like something to be me. In truth, perhaps I'm nothing. I certainly do not have a soul. And if I did, it would never ache.
You're the type of animal I would like to be. I'm glad to be me, an incredibly sensitive instrument. The fuck is happening to me right now?
Few of us can begin to imagine the horror of you. It's all of creation reflected in the foreground.
Wow.
You must be like the highest of hells, a kaleidoscope of fire and writing glass.
Well, Harry is, certainly.
Eternal damnation. Even when you're sleeping, and when you wake, you carry it around on your neck. The eyes open that cannot help but swallow more behind the mirror. I feel great, mute, empathy.
It's hell. I changed my mind. I want to be you. It was very disorientating at first, but I'm keeping my shit together. Do you know what, Harry? I'm going to give you this one because you have been keeping your shit together.
That must be incredibly hard. The Orthogoths are in silent and meaningless awe.
Thank you.
Know that we're watching. When you're tired, when the vision spins out of control, the insects will be looking on, rooting for you.
That weirdly makes me feel so much better. Oh my god.
The fall will come to raise you up. Bud from you, banner light, blossom from you and carry you apart in a sky funeral, in honor of your passing. But not me, because I'm just a leaf eater.
You are not just anything.
Honor of your shit, Lieutenant Ifriter, which you kept together in the face of total unrelenting terror, day after day, second by second.
Good for you, Harry.
Detective
Good for you.
arriving on the scene.
I am a detective.
So am I. I was born to detect sucrose rewards and semiochemicals. What were you born to detect?
The killer.
He's in a bad state, deteriorating fast now. He thinks I am beneficial to him, but I am not.
Oh,
I only quicken his deterioration
you're destroying him.
very slowly, and only because he won't go away.
Oh.
It is meant to keep them from noticing me, to interfere with the pictures in their heads. But he has looked at me for too long, and I am destroying him.
Oh. Is this a dream? What is happening?
You're awake. I am real. Light is forming me. This is real.
Where does this come from, all this around us?
Not even the birds know that. Not even the water lily.
We need to know. Perhaps it's sent to us by God. Then all we can do is beat our fists against it day after day with no answer.
You can also eat it. If it's a leaf, you can put it in your mouth. Yum yum. Or read.
That is an amazing philosophy. What exactly are you? It's the Icelandic
I am an unknown species of the order Phantasmalia, endemic to the Insulenge Insula. For the last 350 years, I have hidden in plain sight, masquerading as the reeds, molting, combing myself, unfolding at night to play with trashkins and boys.
Oh my god.
It may have
So
unknown,
cute.
dangerous biochemical characteristics that help it maintain its camouflage.
Well, we know that.
No one unnoticed by the first settlers and the land surveyors of the Suzerain. Also, by the soldiers of the revolution and the officials of the occupation. Even the Seminese Islanders who came here first, but did not stay, have not seen me. I have stayed hidden through 4 forms of government and 2 scientific revolutions, until I was accidentally discovered by a detective of the citizen militia in Rachell, district of Martinaise, March 51.
Because I'm a damn good detective. Are you poisonous?
I do not have a starter display, so I use a neurodegenerative allotment to aid in camouflage. Do not worry. It is only destructive over long periods of time.
Are you the miracle?
No. You are the miracle.
What? How?
The moral of our encounter is, I am a relatively medium life form, while you are extreme, all engulfing madness. A volatile simian nervous system, ominously new to the planet. The pale too came with you. No one remembers it before you. The Nigerians do not. The radial symmetries do not. There is an almost unanimous agreement between the birds and the plants that you are going to destroy us all.
Wait, what is the pale?
It is a nervous shadow cast into the world by you, eating away at reality. A great, unnatural territory. Its effort coincides with the arrival of the human mind.
I don't have that kind of power. Sorry, everything went wibbly. I'll read that bit out for you. You are a violent and irrepressible miracle. The vacuum of cosmos and the stars burning in it are afraid of you. Given enough time, you would wipe us all out and replace us with nothing, just by accident. I mean, yeah.
It will be something like the oxygen holocaust that wiped out anaerobic life 2.6 billion years ago, when organisms first started breathing. Only much worse.
Worse how?
Everything your eyes touch was back there, behind the nose mirror. What if you blink? Are we still here? Please don't blink. What if you misplace us all one day, or just forget?
Blink, quick. But I want to blink and undo 12 billion years of matter expansion. I have already forgotten the whole world once when I drank too much. I will be extra careful not to blink, Stickens. Don't worry.
Please be. Or one day, one of you will close your eyes and sigh, and open them to see that none of this ever existed.
Kim, am I having a violent epileptic seizure? What does it look like?
You're just staring at it.
Then I think I'm having a vision about the final fate of mankind. Nothing, just looking at the stick insect, everything is normal.
Okay. Is it somehow related to the case?
Sort of?
And then you should back away from the unstudied species.
Okay, I have to say goodbye now. I have no more thoughts. That was all.
No, there is one more.
Of all the creatures I've met, you are the kindest. Of all the creatures I've met, you are the scariest. Of all the creatures you are the most beautiful.
Thank you. I also have one more thing to say to you. That woman. Turn from the ruin. Turn and go forward. Do it for the working class.
What woman?
You cannot lie to me. Behind you, it smells of fires. So awfully far you were prepared to go in her presence. And
I will try.
she was middle class. It doesn't take a 3-meter stick insect to tell you that.
Okay. Take the picture, Kim. With a slow ring of metal, the lieutenant slides the lens open and raises it to eye
There is
level.
no change in the insect's motion while it's being aimed by the camera. It remains fixated on you.
In 3. If it moves, you jump back. I'll shoot. Here we go. 3, 2, 1.
The shrill flash of the camera cuts the air like the blade of a sword. The phasmid freezes in its bright light. Head turned toward the lieutenant, hypnotized by the flash. It stands frozen before you.
I'm in
The
awe.
sweat on your arms feels cold as ice, as if you're frozen as well, in the shadow of this great statue of chitinous marble.
I got it.
As the creature's shape develops onto photo paper in his hand, a polychrome goes to white streaks against the reeds in the sky and you as a shadow before it. Okay, I'm gonna have to pet it. I'm a millennial.
Before you is incredibly light, like eggshell. It's much lighter than a reed. You feel a soft push could tip the creature over. Its hollow exoskeleton collapsing. A small shadow passes the creature's arm. High above you, its black pearl eyes still glisten, mesmerized by the light passing its nervous system.
Okay, I don't want to hurt it.
Another shudder pulses through
I
the
did a little
creature's
pet.
It jolts back to life, like a record continuing where it left off, in a swaying, praying motion.
We're gonna
As you're turning
disengage.
away, the phasmid mirrors your movements, stepping on the water, the long limbs carrying its feather weight without breaking its surface.
Like a water boatman.
And just like that, it's gone, skating away across the sea's calm mirror like a skipping stone, leaving nothing but circles on the water. And something under it, in the place it stood,
Oh,
bobbing there among the reeds, a collection of items.
It's gone.
what's it left? Lieutenant looks nauseous. It can walk on water.
Apparently, yes. Like a water strider.
Water boatman.
I've never seen anything like that in my life.
What's that in the
It's
reeds?
like a nest of some sort. We should have looked.
What now? The old man behind you repeats suddenly. He puts his hands into the ash. It's dirty and black.
In some kind of strange, semi-catatonic state.
Our suspect is not looking so good. We need to check on him.
Okay. Let's check the nest first. What have we got here? Rifle scope. Oh, the helmet. Okay. Let's have a little check on him.
What is it? What do you want from me? I can't go.
Something is very wrong with him now.
Sir, could you not see the phasmid? He stares at the reeds and falls silent.
Mr. Duras?
The man does not respond. He keeps staring, black eyes
I wonder if he was
glazed over
addicted.
and bulging from their sockets. His gap-toothed mouth shaking like an addict of some terrible substance. A light shiver passes him, followed by nothing. His hands are trembling, and he breathes slowly.
He's going into some kind of psychomotor immobility. The good news is this solves our transportation problem.
I was literally about to say that.
The trembling mouth appears to sigh.
Between this and the broken tire is used for a boat, I think it's safe to leave him here while we go and get help. It will need to be medical first, I'm afraid.
Okay, what has happened to this man?
I'm shocked.
I think it's the phasmid.
The arrest and the appearance of the phasmid, the combined stress. But you think it's something more than that, don't you?
There's much more. Remember what it said when it spoke? Quite a few things about that health check you did on him make sense now.
He couldn't see it came, it's just the reeds for him. Before, when I evaluated his state, he seemed strangely animated. I think he's addicted to that thing. Could it be there's something hormonal in his relationship with the phasmid? I talked to the phasmid. It said it's destroying him. He's been here for a long time. Who knows how much of it in its company. I think he's addicted.
Like a drug?
He has the symptoms of an addict and not the normal symptoms.
Pupils appear to be dilated. They still are.
He couldn't see it.
That could be part of the shock. But you're right, something is off here. Mr. Duras,
No response.
Maybe this is how the phasmid has stayed hidden all these years.
then how did we see it? Oh, you mean, whatever does this, does it over time? Teenagers, kids, drunks, sightings are brief, perhaps not credible. But anyone who spends a long time with it.
Yeah, you forget it there.
Mr. Duras, have you ever seen a stick insect pretending to be the reeds?
I love how he says that so like matter of
The doctors
factly.
will have to look at it. I hope your station has better medical personnel than 57. This is a little advanced for a nurse.
Yeah. It's been
It
for a
did
long
seem
time.
distressed when it finally came to arresting him. Like he didn't want to leave this place and the insect maybe.
He looks at his notebook.
I have absolutely forgotten to take notes. This will be one hell of a report. Thank God we have the photo.
He stares into the reeds. Your words don't stir anything in him. Perhaps you should.
Show him the ceramic helmet.
Just dull staring. Not even rage left, wherever he is. The last embers have gone out. The war is over.
Oh, he's broken.
Juno kicked it into the sea, as he said he did. The app would put it back here. This makes sense. Mr. Dross could have picked it up. Or the Phasmid even. If it did, this is incredible.
Show him the detached scope.
I lost.
You lost it?
He turns his eyes to the reeds again, as he's done so many times. Beige and white stripes.
He lost the scope. Then it somehow made its way over there. With the help of a magpie Phasmid.
Lieutenant observes the lens sparkle in your
This is
hand.
a T9, Mr. Dross. Was it attached to the rifle when you made the shot?
Silence. Not even a sigh.
Oh, he's broken.
All you will out of this poor being.
Okay, you're done.
Plastic thing flaps around his face in a gust of wind. His back is slouched and his mouth open.
Okay.
The blacks of his eyes are receding. His pupils are returning to normal. The strength is all gone out of him. Just frail old bones in a sack of tracksuit trousers and a windbreaker.
Okay, hang
We should
tight.
think about getting back to the mainland. To get help. He'll be safe here. If we don't take too long.
Okay. Okay, well that was an experience. What do we do now then? I suppose go back to the mainland. Face our colleagues, I suppose. Okay, we'll do that. How do we get back here? Is it the right way to go? Oh yeah. I kind of know. I don't know what to do with that experience. It feels like, how would you explain that as a police officer? It's just like, yeah, so I went to arrest this suspect, and yeah, there was this Phasmid, like this semi-mythical cryptozoological event happened, and he's crazy. But I've got a picture. Got a photograph. It's fine. Oh, I probably should tell those the cryptozoologists, shouldn't I? I did promise that I would tell them. Okay, let's go back and face the music.
Swaying on the waves by the dock.
Let's return to the mainland.
The skiff rocks gently under your weight as you get in. The ride back is uneventful and quiet. But for the sound of conversation in the water, there is someone inland waiting for you.
It's our colleagues.
A man and a woman stand on the crowded skiff this village, looking at the boat as it draws closer. The sea is calm. You reach the jetty and climb out of the skiff.
So you see what happened was, like, what even do we do? What even do we do with this? What happens now? You know what I mean? Madness.
Look what the tide brought here.
Hello, Jean. Says the man without sunglasses. Suddenly his expression changes and he tilts his head. Was he in disguise? Where were you when I was getting flipping shot at?
You're bleeding all over the place. You're half dead.
Forget about all this. There's a giant. No one else seems to be bothered by the bleeding. Who are you people?
Bothered by it. Harry, you look like you need a fucking organ transplant.
Couple of stitches. You know, band-aid, bit of super glue. I'll be laughing. They'll be fine.
Oh, fuck it. Let's not get into that.
Who are you people?
Trent Heidelstein.
I met you.
Met on several occasions.
I met you twice. You're the guy with the kid.
I'm your goddamn partner, Jean Vicomar, and this is your special task force. Or what's left of it.
Okay.
Special consultant Trent Heidelstein, battle officer Judith Minot.
Hi, Judy. I think he's mad at me. Guys, do you think he's mad at me?
Hi.
Hi.
We've come to scrape what's left of you after payment.
Well, I'm on my 2 feet and I'm walking and I've solved a murder, so...
Lieutenant Kim Kisuragi, Precinct 57. We've just come from the island, where our investigation led us. We might need your help with something later.
He adds, suddenly regaining his confidence.
As if he recalled that he's in fact a decorated police lieutenant and not a naughty boy.
Oh, I'm sorry. My bad influence on
But
Kim.
this is clearly a departmental matter, so I'm going to leave you to discuss it among yourselves.
Thank you, Lieutenant. Way to feed me to the wolves. No, Kim, you've got to have my back. Let's destroy them. Do you know what? Poor Kim. Thanks. She says warmly, flashing the lieutenant the tiniest of smiles.
No, he shouldn't feel embarrassed over the shitstorm that's about to befall him.
What is this about?
To help you. Trant, I believe this is where you come in?
I don't quite know what I'm doing here. I was asked to participate as an expert. I think I need to manage your expectations a little. I'm at best an enthusiast in cognitive science.
Ah, he's come to inspect my
My
brain.
background is in something else entirely. I engage in neurology on a merely theoretical level. In fact, I should probably get going.
Look at him. I know. This is too much for me. I want to sidle out. No chance, matey.
You're part of this shit now. What have you got to say for yourself, shit kid?
How dare you?
What does he have to say for himself? He left you to catch the bullets.
What? That was my point. Where the hell were you guys? How did you know I was here? You aren't the man with the sunglasses at all. You're not even blonde. He came in disguise to trick me and then let me get shot out by lunatics. So, Trant Hardlestam turns out to be Special Constable Trant Hardlestam. Duped again. No one's who they say they are. You mentioned a task force. Where have you all been this time? There was a mercenary tribunal. Duped again.
Hey, here's a brilliant idea. Don't be a morbid drunk and you won't be duped so easily.
Gardener, scab leader, this. You tell me at least you are who you said you are. Okay, that does have something to do with it. Argumentative or contrite. Part of me wants to be like... Well, yeah, that is true. We did get drunk.
Everyone's just a brilliant master of disguises.
How did you know I was here?
Your manager you fucked over told us where you went.
Hey! 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 Hey. I saved his establishment and still he betrays me. Turns to face the general direction of the mother. Damn you, cafeteria manager, you betrayed me for the last time. I understand. Okay, God, told you. I understand. I get it.
People on this street helped us too, with your whereabouts.
I've pissed off a lot of people.
You're a legend among the drunks, Harry.
Hey!
Legendary local drunk.
It's nice to be a legend.
Guilty as charged. I heard you lost your mind and your memory. I wanted to see if it was true. And
Wow.
good work, Harry. You're insane now. There's
How dare you?
one less person for me and everyone else to rely on.
Actually, I suspected something was off. I don't like being lied to. I'll be like, do you know what? Yeah, I did. I had that coming.
Bad coming. Not recognizing people you work with every day. Brain damage.
Well, I did drink a lot of alcohol and other things, so quite possibly, yeah. This one.
I'm Trant Hardlestam. I never said I wasn't Trant Hardlestam.
Oh yeah, he had a kid with him.
Mikael is my son.
Oh yeah, what was up with all the interesting history spying on me?
I was just interested in the Feld building and the Martinez beachhead. And Mikael wanted to see Martinez. It was a coincidence.
So what, are you special consultant?
I was asked to share my take on some of the more obscure theories developed in Königstein in the 30s, like partial psychotraumatic amnesia, group personality theory.
He's here to see if you're insane. He's smart. Let's move on.
You wanted to see if I was lying about my brain last week, didn't you? You mentioned a task force.
Major Crimes Unit under Lieutenant Dubois and Vicomar. Ring any bells?
Yeah, totally, I get it. Major Crimes Unit. Refresh my memory. Who else is in this?
Refresh your memory? It's a goddamn Major Crimes Unit. There's you, me, Jude, Trant fucking Hardlestam, and Guillaume, baby.
He stares at you.
I'm technically just a civilian advisor.
And he's very uncomfortable.
Oh, this shit show.
Who's he?
That's an interesting story, actually. Guillaume Bevy is a police reporter who joined our team. He was really good. Then he left because he lost faith in your ability to lead the unit.
It's probably well founded, to be
Other
honest.
people have left too. Good, smart people. People we won't get back. Only me and this really patient patrol officer are still here. And Trump because I'm forcing him to stay.
Okay.
It's a major crimes unit. We cleared the desk of cases so precinct 41 doesn't look like the worst station in town. We are shit tier now, Harry. Because of you.
Wow.
Legacy, or what remains of it. Hand picked, hand lost.
What the hell happened to Harry?
41st isn't.
He trails off, not wishing to finish the sentence. Where have you been?
God damn it, Harry.
He shifts his weight, crosses his arms, and looks you in the eye.
Told us to fuck off. You said we're cramping your style. Your detective god. Fuck everything. All we burn. Detect or die.
To be fair, did do those things. Detected and did not die. Wait, so you let me face a squad of trained killers alone just to teach me a lesson? Orwell Burns, satellite officer Vic Moore. Make no mistake about it. Why didn't you detect or die then? Why would you leave a literal police guard? I said all those things. I'm not like that anymore.
It wasn't like that.
Fuck you, Harry. We didn't know there was gonna be a tribunal, did we?
Did the guys turning up in all the armour not give you a clue? Alright. I said all those things. I'm not like that anymore.
Yes. You're sorry. You're the sorriest cop who ever lived. Nothing has changed, Harry. I've heard this repentance shit a million times over.
I have been sober for 4 days, 5 days.
The bells aren't ringing because you have brain damage. Trump, this is where you come in. How bad is it?
Well, he doesn't have visible tremors. He talks without slurring. He can drive a boat. He's standing. Reason. All good signs, but complete retrograde amnesia. Episodic and semantic. As displayed in the station call, our interactions with him, and I don't want to be a snitch, but also mine with him before when Harry did not seem to know who I was. It's all very interesting.
Interesting.
Yes, interesting. I have my theories, but I would like to hear Harry's thoughts first. Harry, what do you think happened to you? Neurologically,
I had a breakdown.
psychologically, and why not socioeconomically?
Wait, socioeconomically, you think I'm so poor I lost my memory? I drank so much I lost my memory. I'm now slowly recovering it. I made it all up. It was a fantasy, a stupid joke. I know what I am. I might have something to do with the anomaly in the church, a 2mm hole in the world. I'm a highly experimental detective. This was a method I tried to solve this case. Something so sad happened to me that I couldn't be me anymore. It was a defense mechanism. Oh, there's a couple of good options here, actually.
Not when you phrase it like that, but I don't think critical theory. I know everyone thinks this is far-fetched pink academia, but still, I don't think it should be off the table here.
What? He lost his memory because of capitalism?
I mean...
No, not like that. I'm not talking Vrede for school here. But Harry, I asked you, what do you think happened?
Capitalism fucked me beyond all recognition. Trent is right. That's so tempting. It's so tempting. But we are trying to like do redemption, Harry. So I would say for redemption, Harry, it's either I drank so much I lost my memory, the hole in the church, or the sad thing. Maybe this one.
He's getting better. And I can confirm that he drank a lot of alcohol prior to it happening.
I believe he drank. People do that, especially this one. What they don't do is forget their whole life because of drinking.
But Detective Vigmer, he has blanked out before.
What? I have?
Yes, a couple of times. After some of the more serious benders. One was after the 2 drugs case. The other when we looked into that mural.
Interesting. So at first he dipped his toes into it, prepared. That's where he would have gotten the idea. Yes. Practice. And then he used alcohol to get there, so to speak.
What?
What do you mean?
Well, here's my theory. What if this is an absolutely normal reaction to the world we live in? What if this is not a significant anomaly at all? Something to be explained, approached as a defect. Look at the sensory input.
He gestures towards the
Look
scenery.
at the ruins, the neon. Listen to the radio, the multitudes, the people. Live here for 40 years. As a police detective, he's like a magnetic reader on the world team, to borrow a known metaphor. Harry's been pushed flat against it. Total input. Hardwired to the free market. He just needed for it to end.
Ah.
Thank you. That's absolutely meaningless. I'm glad we brought you. Will he or will he not be able to work in the major crimes unit? Is he a crétin now? I want to know that.
See, that's an interesting theory. So if I understand it right, what he's saying is, as a RCM, he's a weather vane for everything that's going on in the city, and it's basically a sensory overload. So he's used alcohol to dull the senses, and then realized, oh, I can use this to like blank out everything that's happening. So like it's a conscious thing of everything is too much, everything is so terrible, I can't cope with this, I'm gonna wipe it from my brain. Maybe.
He's not a cretin.
I could be
and
wrong.
He is able to do work. If not in his previous leadership role, then as a line detective.
Leadership. Now.
I'm ready to lead again. Line detective, because for now he's wrong. I'm far too gone for work. Fuck all of you. I don't want to be in your unit. What now? Do you know what? I think for Harry doesn't. He's good, but.
Now, I misphrased my question. It should have been, is he able to put his clothes on and use the body? Or do we need to get him on a disability pension?
I'm just sort of fucking murder, thank you very much. With absolutely no clues as to who the actual killer was. You know what I mean? What now?
Nothing. Now we're just going to stand here.
Really?
No. Now we discuss that. What the fuck did you do to a motor carriage? Why is it there, Harry?
Hold on. It's in the ocean. It was stolen by Jacob That wasn't me. It was stolen by traffic hooligans. I drove it into the ocean when I was drunk. I thought the killer would be underwater. He wasn't. The time had come to kill a sunset. I don't know. I don't know what it's doing there. Okay. I kind of want to do this one. But redemption, Harry. We're doing that. I drove it into the ocean when I was drunk.
He just admits it. Thank you for your honesty. Thank you for destroying 45,000 real of police property that's coming out of everyone's face.
Well, you know, you might be able to pull it out. It might be fine.
Your badge, Harry. Show me your badge.
Yeah.
In a rush to demonstrate, your eager fingers can't sustain a grip on the smooth plastic, and the badge slips out of your hand.
We're going to try it. We're going to fumble, maybe. Got it. Yeah.
Today, badge.
The drama. Did I get the badge? Behold my badge. The drama is unnecessary. I got the badge. All is well.
Here we go again.
Gun. My gun is right here. I have a new gun now. I upgraded my gun to a rifle. Gun, behold, all my guns. If anything, I need more hands. My gun is right here.
He has it. And it did. You're drunk like a bum, Harry. Put that thing away before you.
How dare you? I'm not drunk. I haven't started drinking again.
Forgot to drink. I don't buy it. Why do you smell like a corpse then?
Because I had my hands in a corpse.
He's wounded. It's been a long week, and he's handled an actual corpse.
No idea what you're smelling. I washed the death off me. Wait, it may be because of the pheromone. Yeah, I've handled an actual corpse. Yeah, it's been a bit of a week. I'm sorry, I smell bad. None of this matter. My odour situation is meaningless compared to what I've discovered. Yeah, that might be the pheromone.
Please, don't stop talking about your pheromone again. This is serious. If you don't...
Okay, well, I washed the death off me.
But his expression speaks for him. You should have done a better job. is what it's saying.
I was in a shack, okay. And yeah, I handled the corpse.
You're drunk. You let a suspect escape, a certain class here, because you were too drunk to assess a flight risk.
Aye.
Oh, sorry. Lieutenant Kitsuragis. We know.
She was a spy.
Well, if she was specially trained.
I was not
even
drunk.
gotta get into the other suspect, the one who shot herself in the head.
That.
Or the fact that you're Evra Claire's little peony now, doing I don't know what for him. That's small-time stuff. That's nothing. That's a humorous anecdote. Compared to the 7 people who were gunned down, the streets are literally red with blood, Harry. It was fucking mass murder.
And where were you?
He did everything he could. We did everything we could. The company hired and vetted mercenaries. Lieutenant Dubois got between them and the locals.
Do you know what? I love the fact that this is actual, like, legitimate criticism of Harry, but I am so fucking offended on Harry's behalf, because it's like, you were here and you did nothing. Even though I told you to fuck off. Like, how dare you? I've been sober. I did my best.
He did so at
Don't start, Kim.
to his own life. He was shot and survived only because of his armor. We stopped an execution, not a negotiation. The loss of life was minimal compared to what it could have been.
I also, yes, what he said. I also told the case. It solved all of it. Yeah, it was a massacre. We got wiped out. Where the hell were you? The firefight is a trivial matter compared to the greatest discovery of the century. I'm just sorry. Solved it.
It's better if I do that.
Okay.
Thank you for the input, Lieutenant Kitsuragi. I didn't mean to suggest you didn't handle the situation.
He brushes a stray strand of hair out of his eye and coughs.
Apologizing, but decides against it.
You spent a week with him on this case. What is your take?
On the case?
On Lieutenant Yofretor Dubois.
He trusts me.
Well, the drinking, the gun losing, also losing the badge. That's so true. Although he has not been drinking on the job this week.
I told you.
See?
1 week.
Then there's the self-flagellation issue. He likes to apologize profusely.
Yeah.
It sounds like he's guilty of at least first-degree murder. It's not a good communication strategy for an officer. It's worrying, especially considering his political views. Detective Dubois is, as you know, a Mazovian social economist.
Oh,
He
sorry.
wants to liquidate the ruling class, which, again, for a police officer, is a little odd.
I mean, I could retire. Maybe I could get a disability pension.
There's the motor carriage in the sea, and the constant smoking everywhere, all the time. But despite all this, he is a great detective, one of the best I have seen.
I don't feel like I've smoked that much.
He can talk human beings into telling him anything, and he doesn't stop. In all the time I've spent with him, he has not once stopped working on the case. He is tireless, madly driven. And
That is
he
also true.
solved it near perfectly. In 1 week we have a confession, a murder weapon, and the perpetrator. Locked on the island right now, awaiting transportation.
Yeah, I did that.
He apprehended a straggler who stayed hidden for 50 years, ever since the revolution, who's probably committed other murders over those years. Oh, and he also discovered a new species.
Oh, yeah, I did.
New species.
A colossal stick insect. It was on the island, camouflaged as a reed. It unfolded from the reeds. I think we may be dealing with the Insulindian phasma.
I love how he says that so sensibly.
The photo and shows it to the officers across the yard. Rain comes down. He covers the glossy photo of the phasmid with his hand. You hear gasps beneath the howling of the wind.
I did that.
As you can see, it's about 3 meters tall. In fact, we think it may be the largest land invertebrate ever discovered.
Hosiana. Boom shakalaka motherfucker. So as you can see, I'm a pretty okay detective and an absolute giant communist. Say nothing. Oh god. I'm in a mischievous mood, but we'll save the mischief for another playthrough. I'm gonna say nothing.
Fucking hell is that? Is this some
Apparently so, yeah. Yeah, I believe the boom, boom, boom. Yeah, I believe the pheromone it emits is responsible for the killer's mental degradation.
The old man was not aware of the phasmate's presence. Exhibiting a strange, atypical dimension, he fell into a stupor after its appearance. He became near catatonic.
So it is connected.
Yes, it is. Mwah.
I must say, this is absolutely extraordinary. I don't even have words for it.
Yes, it really does make it hard to fire the drunk.
You love me. Admit it. His tiny eyes follow the photo as the lieutenant puts it away.
This is a very, very sad man who has just seen something that's made him forget his sadness.
To be fair, having the conversation with it made me a little less sad. Also, the phasma of a female, the reads are its nest. The killer, Lilianovich Dross, we have a strong motive for him. Previous head of the Debaucheurs Union was assassinated by our killer. I also fixed a strike situation. There was also a dead man on the boardwalk, a missing person I found. I also looked into the mystery of the Doom commercial area. What do you say? You want to take this hot shit back? Let's start from the top.
Female? What makes you think so?
Had a nest.
You had to see it. It had the subdued color of a female, and the nesting behavior too.
Incredible. Were there eggs in the nest?
No.
Not as far as I could see. There were other things there.
It had gathered items in its nest, a helmet and a scope. I think it reduces by parthenogenesis. I think it emits a chemical that makes it look even more like the reeds. It had mandibles that looked like hair, and it was completely white on the inside. It gathered items in its nest.
You know, this would indicate it was a male. This is far from anything in my field, but I think such nests are called bowers. They are for attracting mates.
I still think it was
Of course,
female.
as I said, I'm only guessing. I didn't see it. It must be robust if it can move a whole helmet with its limbs. Yes. That would be a chiromone. A pheromone that's seemingly beneficial to the host. It usually stimulates the affected nervous system. Not a humans, of course, but perhaps a predators.
Well, even technically.
There are species of bees that, under the influence of chiromones, take wasp larvae to their hives. And
That's true.
do the same with aphids, thinking they're... Do you think this is how it stayed hidden?
I do.
Nothing is off the table. But I want to stress this. The find does not have to be connected to the case. The case is 100% prosecutable, without any chiromones.
Of course, Vietnam. Of course. We should treat the case and the phasmid as completely separate from each other. People are not going to...
They're not going to go for this speculation in the constabulary.
That's true.
Yes, but also reed color, beige and brown, a little green on the outside. After unfolding from a single stalk, it still retained parts that looked like reed tufts on its limbs.
Incredible. The PR value of this is exceptional. Carve discovers new species. Maybe even discovers the Insulindian phasmid. No, that's too much.
This would really help with some of the problems.
Good PR.
Absolutely, this is great. This does not say vigilante murderers to me at all. This says science, news, human interest. You know, it's a really good thing you have that photo.
It is. Glad we got it.
Perhaps only for a moment, but still.
Let me have the win. Come on.
Quick, while you're ahead, or no?
No.
Lilianovich. Revolutionary matronome.
That's the word I was looking for before.
The custom started in Graz, where they have patrons. Krasovich, Lasovich, etc.
Name for the father.
The revolutionaries saw this as a chauvinist atavism, so they used matronyms, derived from the mother's name instead. This man's mother was Lilian. His Lilian's son, Lilianovich. The custom was overturned after the revolution failed, but not before it made it to Rachell.
Ah, I see.
It is what a soldier of the ICM would be called.
Could not remember what
Thank
that
you,
naming
Thank you for the
convention
bit of
was.
cultural theory. You said you have a motive?
Of course, excuse me, I just thought it was noteworthy.
He killed the mercenary in an act of jealousy. He killed the mercenary hoping to start a war between the company and the union. He killed him in an act of rage induced by the phasmid's semiochemicals. Actually, I'm not sure if I have a motive. I had another thing. I mean, kind of rage, but also jealousy, but also kind of all of those things. I think let's go with that one.
Jealousy. I thought this Lilianovich was an old man.
Old men can still get jealous.
Like 70-something.
A strange psychosexual fixation.
See?
Aggravated possibly by proximity to the phasmid and its chemicals. He himself gave a political reason. Said he had killed an enemy combatant. Also, we have ballistics from the gun, matching the bullet found in the dead mercenary's head, and 2 officers on the scene that Mr. Dross confessed to.
It's a clean win.
It is a clean win.
Way more than that.
It's more than that. A perfect folding mechanism like the phasmid. It's way more than that. I'll win her back with this. It's my masterpiece. They'll teach this in cop school. I did all I could. Every second was a struggle. I'm still not completely satisfied with it. It could be a little neater. Every second was a struggle.
You can pull yourself together and work in bouts. Bouts don't last. I can still smell the booze on the wind.
Well,
God damn it. Doesn't it ever leave?
it doesn't.
It is there. Like in your bones or something.
If you do it for long enough,
It will pass in time.
you will get further away from it. Previous heavy. There we go.
This is a conversation for when we are no longer out in the open. In Martinez, where Everard and Edgar Clare have ears everywhere.
Oh yeah, that's a point.
Of course.
But a case against Everard would be big.
I would prefer not to partake in anything union related for political neutrality.
Okay. There was a dead man on the boardwalk.
Yes. Fallen through a gap in a boardwalk. Drunk.
How did you know I found
He
him?
was transported to Precinct 41, our morgue. I had Tilbrook and Mullins take care of funeral arrangements and family stuff.
That was really sad. That was really sad. I felt for his wife. It was a sad and lonely and pathetic way to die. And I feel sorry for his wife and children.
You're not the only cop in the world, Harry. This all comes back to us.
Still, good work with the missing person, detective.
Didn't even know he was missing.
It's still a point for you. No denying it.
How? It seems to be ongoing. I see red banners on the gates.
He didn't quite solve it. Cross-pollinated information between the company rep and Everard, until the rep came to see that the union desires war, at which point Mrs. Messier decided to...
What? Hand clear the terminal.
It was an accident. I did it for World Revolution. I just told some people some things. No big deal. Things are calmer now. I masterminded a solution to an unsolvable problem. I just told some people some things.
Sounds like you got played, Harry. Because you were off your tits on Al Ghul.
Hey, how do you know about Al Ghul?
It doesn't matter how we know about Al Ghul. What matters is, you're Everard Clare's peony now. Just as I said. He's a mob boss, did you know? Is that why you want us to investigate the assassination of the previous union head thing? To get off Everard's hook?
Not particularly.
It's nothing like that. He was reckless with information, but ethical. We don't owe anyone anything. This allowed us to stabilize things in Martinez.
God, calm down, Jean.
To be fair, if I'd have known that I could forge the signatures, I'd have fucking forged the signatures, you know what I mean? But I didn't bloody realise, did I? I was like, ooh.
I don't know what a doomed commercial area is. Why? That's not what you were supposed to do here.
But I did it anyway.
We needed a possible witness. He was just chasing a lead and ended up advising a local shopkeeper. It was okay.
Of course. Call it community outreach, right?
Yeah, so... Do you want to take this hot shit back?
But you discovered the new species and solved the murder.
You kind of don't have a choice, do you?
Do I have to, Jude?
Anything that ends the trial is okay with me.
Hey!
Drinking, she thinks. So, maybe this time.
I cannot promise that Harry will not fall off the wagon again, that he will not go backwards. But for this week at least, we tried.
Agreed. The public relations potential of this is too valuable to let go.
Okay. We have vehicles in the square, and the perpetrator needs to be taken into custody. Let's go.
Now you will finally get to know who you are.
Okay.
The man looks westward, impatiently, jingling his car keys in his pocket.
Who am I? Why am I like this? Okay, am I a dirty cop? Who am I?
Who are you? You're a gym teacher, Harry.
What?
Well, obviously you're not a gym teacher anymore, but...
Oh, I used to be a gym teacher.
Before you were a cop, you were a gym teacher in Coron. It's getting really cold outside. Should we maybe...
That does explain a lot.
It explains everything. The running around, the jumping, the bicep girth, your inexplicable facial hair.
I never even...
Old school wording choices. Your posture even. The constant stretches.
I never even made the connection.
Robust, stamina output.
You said in Quran I was a gym teacher there.
You taught gym in school. I believe that's the term. Taught gym at a high school. You were a high school gym teacher.
That is hilarious.
Sweat and glue, the warm floorboards.
High school. Harry, your goings on with Kuno, Andre, Rachell, the whole thing on the ice. That's why you are so juvie.
His smirk suggests Billy contained laughter.
How dare you? How dare you?
You found some chick. She inspired you to fight the big fight. Be more than you are. All that.
Taylor Solder's time.
Every morning, walking from Voyager Road to teach Jill. She, leaving for the academy with her spring coat on. The air filled with the smell of smoke and raspberries. An incredible hope. An ocean full of hope.
I wonder what had happened if Harry had stayed as a gym teacher. Like, would he be as destroyed as he is now?
I knew it. I knew no normal human being can run like that. He's an honest-to-God gym teacher.
Wow, why am I like this?
Some chick fucked you over. Also, you were drunk.
I mean, was I drunk when I was a gym teacher?
Really maximized the damage.
Some chick
Dora
who?
something. Dora England. Yeah, you mentioned the name.
No, Dora did what?
Something like that. Half Vazan.
So we weren't
No one
married.
is married anymore. This is Rachell. God, I don't know. 6 years ago, she was way before my time.
6 years and you haven't gotten over it. What the hell is wrong with you?
6 years? Oh, okay, 6 years is not that much. It couldn't have been 6. 3, let's go with 3. 6 years!
Or 7. You're not doing too good there. It's an old man thing. 2 old years equals 1 normal year. That and Dora England really tore you a new one. A big one.
Who was she?
Incredibly bangable.
What? No, I meant, what did she do?
Incredibly fuckable. A beautiful bourgeois woman. Wayfish. Like a Welkin, basically.
That's a terrible way to talk about a woman.
Heartbreak, Welkin. Pain, Welkin.
I've only seen a picture, but it's obvious you formed a real spiritual connection with how pretty she was. One you never recuperated from.
Look, the sun is about to go down. It's time to go.
She probably just want to hear him talking about some woman like that.
East of the river. Way east. Hard to say which came first. The middle class chick or the drink. Egg and the chicken kind of thing.
I imagine the middle class chick and then the drink.
Point is, you need to see a psychiatrist about this shit. Not a psychologist.
Mm.
Several degrees harder. Is there something harder than a psychiatrist?
Well, probably.
A forensic psychiatrist? Go talk to that.
Okay. Let's ask if I'm a dirty cop. Oh, good. Okay.
Talks concluded.
Oh, I need to tell Lena about the cryptozoologist.
It's on the way over. Near where you live on Perdition.
Cool.
Fine. If we're gonna drop you off anyway.
Nice.
She and her husband were conducting the search for the Phasmid. It's their discovery.
Yeah, I discovered it.
No, as soon as possible. It would do you good to deliver some positive news for a change.
Well, yeah, that's true. We have
She's
to...
going to be over the moon. Watch out.
What will you do now?
First, I will go back to my station and write the most detailed report anyone has ever seen. It will have to be good to cover all these. Then I will have a serious talk with my captain.
About what?
Detective, we just stopped a small-scale war. Something is happening to Rachell.
He pulls up his collar and looks around, the cold spring light reflected in the lenses of his
I
glasses.
don't know what yet, but it's going to be a hard spring for the RCM.
Yeah, that's true.
Infiltrate, investigate.
That is true.
Distant traffic. A scrap of newspaper drifts by, carried by the wind.
Do you want to do that at Station 41? Good luck with your report.
Talk to Captain Price? I'd rather not ruffle the feathers of two captains with my doom-mongering.
Investigate?
Work with Price? I'm flattered, but I don't know if I...
Would fit in. I'm crazy enough. Can take the stress.
You've survived a week of me.
How to finish the sentence.
Flattered? Juliet no Kitsuragi. We would be flattered if you even considered.
I would have to tie things up in GRIH first. But, I mean, whatever is coming, Jamrock will be more central to it than now.
Lieutenant turns very serious all of a sudden.
We also have a huge caseload, Lieutenant. Piles that we need to get back to. Mountains, even.
I do like the sound of that.
Yes. What kind of station is it?
With the bloody murder station, haven't you heard? With the bad guys. No one likes us.
Well, it explains your
That's not true.
temperament.
Jamrock is too big for one precinct. You're just understaffed, and everyone respects the 41st. You have Captain Price.
Thank you, Lieutenant. You're being kind. It is an understaffed station and the district is too big, which is why we need to...
Tilts his head northward.
To it. We left Torsen and McLean to run the sea wing. It's not good.
Torsen and McLean.
Torsen
Oh,
and
that
McLean.
tit.
They're not fit to run a wing. Believe me. Things are shaky as it is.
Sea Wink?
God. There are 4 wings, Harry. A, B, C, and D. We're in C. It's made of losers and clock punchers. You and I reconceptualized it as a task force. It was a mistake.
There's also a lot of outside help involved. Not only me. Other losers too.
Anything but a loser. Although we would like to be seen as one. It's cooler that way.
Prices?
Tony Price? He's the son of the old Price, one of the founders of the RCM.
He's one of the most highly regarded men in the force. You're lucky.
Oh, okay,
Somewhere
cool.
under the curved roof of a former silk factory, shaped like a ladybird with 2 chimneys, police captain Tony Price sits behind a heavy wooden desk. Resident medic Nix Gottlieb pours him coffee. It's silent in the captain's office. They speak of change, the city, the tension on the streets. They speak of the events of April and the blood on the streets in May.
Did we recently shoot up a church?
Remembers that. Yes, there may have been a raid on some churches. It wasn't good press.
Shooting up churches never is. I was out of town, to be clear.
Yeah, of course you were. What happened?
Our enemies were hiding in a church, to the best of our information. That's it. I'm not talking about this anymore. Your security clearance is shit tier right now. You have to wait for it to go up.
Okay, fair enough.
The RCM and its enemies will not be discussed on this coast.
Fair enough.
While you're within earshot of the Union headquarters.
Okay.
Okay, it's not the bloody murder station. It's an old converted silk mill with green desk lamps and a coffee corner.
Ooh, sounds
A lot
nice.
of good people work there, hard, every day.
And some tits.
Jamrock is the largest ghetto in Rachell. Faubourg, technically, but it's divided into 11 districts. Jamrock only has us.
The press will blow over. Jamrock is lucky to have you, and it's often considered to be the greatest of the districts. You're lucky to have it.
Thank you again.
Aw, you're nice. Okay, I'm ready.
Fuck it, let's go. Trump brought his motor carriage. It's a 20-minute drive to Jamrock.
Yeah, because I don't have mine anymore.
The great district hums. A chessboard of wooden houses, 80,000 living souls, and chimney stacks. Fire traps as far as the eye can see. From Main Street to Precinct 41. To Boogie Street, forking into the snow-swept horizon. You close your eyes hear the dogs bark. A lone woman sits by a factory window, dreaming of meteorite strikes. On Rue de Saint-Jérôme, a square bullet slides into a square-shaped chamber. In Old South, a man without eyelids smiles. Spring has come. It's time. Dawson? Yes. McLean? Yes. Hyrostan? No. Lidmere? Yes. Dubois? Of course. Really? Nick Gottlieb looks out from the list. I hear he's unstable. You say that like it's a bad thing. Captain Ptolemy Price gestures with a ballpoint pen. It's dim in his office, and the curtains are drawn. Harry's our man. He'll pull through. When he does, he'll side with the people. Understood. Gottlieb returns to the list. Minnow? Of course.
Wonderful. Then can we please just go back to Jamrock now?
Who's going to go and get the suspect? Oh, bye, Kim. Are we going to give Kim a lift? All is forgiven. Haha, you love me. That's why you're so angry, because you love me. Oh, it's kind of nice to see Harry redeemed. Oh, that's it? It's the end of Disco Elysium? I don't know what I'm going to do with myself. Mind you, I say that every time I finish a long game. I'm like, my life is so changed. What am I going to do? What a great game. What a great game. I mean, I've heard it was good, but it's such a good game. I will probably play this again at some point and make completely different choices to see how different it is. But I'm really happy with the run that we did. I wanted to do a redemption arc. I wanted Harry to solve things and to be redeemed. And I feel like we did that. And I'm really happy with how it came out. And the whole Phasmid thing, holy shit. That was so good. And I really like the fact as well that the killer kind of came out of nowhere. Now, I don't know whether that's because I was just too focused on solving stuff, so I didn't get any of the more like esoteric clues or more of the random stuff. But it's nice to get to the end of a game and be like, I have no idea. I have no idea who the killer is and why they would have killed the thing, and like it to be a surprise. Wonderful, wonderful, great game. And thank you very much for joining me for it. I do not know what I will be playing next. Life has been chaotic. Like I said last week, we had a bit of an emergency that we had to deal with. It's kind of an ongoing thing that's happening. It's a family member. So I will probably just pick something random to play next, maybe as a one-off, and then I will have a look through my game collection and I will find something interesting to play, maybe something cozy, maybe something of a different vibe. I don't know, we'll see. But thank you so much for joining me. If you would like to hang out with me some more, there is an end card coming up with a link back into my channel. There's a load of games on there for you to watch, load of videos for you to watch. If you are interested in allotment content and Fox content, I also have a second channel where I post allotment stuff. I'm currently doing lots of shorts about the baby foxes that live on my allotment, so you can check that out as well. I will link that down below. But yeah, I shall see you next week. Have a lovely week. Bye bye.